Still says we're offline. Give it a second.
Do you have like or what should I do to see the chat room? Just go in.
Yeah, just go to my YouTube channel and it should say that.
Just mute that video or something.
Yeah, it should say I'm live on there. And then you can
see that.
enter the chat room. And you can see yourself. Give it a few minutes to let people get in here. Let me go ahead and tweet it out again too. See if we get anybody in here. I usually have a decent crowd, but who knows?
Well, yeah, and I mean, I tweeted it out and stuff. It'll be interesting to see if anybody joins us and everything. Can I see like who's all in the chat or anything like that? Or no?
When they talk, you can. There's Heather.
Hey, Heather. Oops.
Oh.
And I sent out a...
Now we got 5. How's it going, everybody? What's up, Keegan?
Move some stuff around.
Hey, how's it going, Michael? Hey, Caitlin. How's it going?
Hey, everybody.
Just giving a minute to get people in here. Just sending out some Twitters.
Some Twitters?
Some tweets. Alright, one sec.
I'll retweet once you post it out there, too. I was totally watching the delay from the YouTube. See how crazy it looked. I like touched my face and I just sat here and waited to see it.
Guys, 1 second. I don't know why it still says, it shouldn't still say, Heather just shared it out and it still says TNA drinks. What's up, Ari? Hey, everybody, this is my daughter, Ari. Come here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
You're on YouTube, Ari.
Hey, Ari.
Wave, the camera's up there.
Hi.
That's your yokai watch?
Here.
Yes.
Oh,
there we go.
Cool. That's awesome. What does a yokai watch do again?
It makes yokai friends come to life.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You should never explain what that is, because I have no idea.
Happy air.
Cool. Some show that she's been watching on Netflix. It's kind of reminds me of Pokemon, but a little bit different. I don't know. I haven't
like
actually.
A whole bunch of creatures and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't actually sat and watched it. They like capture spirits or something. Anybody in here know about Yokai Watch? Alright.
Shameless plug.
Stream live now. Okay. There we go. Tweeted, I think. Subscribe to the Ari Show.
Oh,
okay.
there we go.
Hey everyone, it's Travis here from Pyro Design, and tonight I have my friend, been a friend for, I don't know, 8 years, something like that. He's been with me since since I started 3D printing. He's seen all my 3D prints from the beginning, and he's just generally a geeky guy, and he's awesome. So I brought him on here as my first guest to chat a little bit with me and just ask some questions, and we just want to chat and have some fun. So if you guys just want to do that, stick around. And you want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit more, John?
So my name's John. I do go by Scoobydiesel. You can follow me at Scoobydiesel on Twitter and Instagram. Like you said, I'm more so just an overall geek. I love my video games, my movies, my comics. My wife reminded me to put my phone on silent, so thank you, wife. I don't think about things like that, obviously. That's why the wife is around. I mean, I just like to be a geek. I mean, it's fun. I mean, geek is the new cool. So,
So, and John's my first guest. I plan to have, I plan to do these live streams once a week, and I'm gonna have different people from 3D or different people that I do logos for. I want to have them on when I do their logos. So next week, if I can, I'm gonna try to get CJ Printing on here. I'm gonna try to get his logo done before next week. So CJ will probably be on my live stream next week. And I'm going to go ahead and start this out by showing you guys what I've been working on this week. This right here, let me get this. I put some tape. I followed your suggestion, Kevin, and put some tape on my table so I can kind of see where the camera is pointed. So this right here is from Game of Thrones, and it's the Tyrion. I don't even remember. See, I'm
a bad geek. I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan.
I printed this for my niece, actually. So her boyfriend really likes Game of Thrones. So if you guys like,
can you hold it a little closer to the camera as well?
See it that good. See, this is my problem. I put this on my Instagram and stuff too, so it's probably not really good to see it on here. This is what I was working on last week. You guys saw this. Anybody that was in the stream, this is my TNA Drinks logo. And this one I just finished. This is for Windroid Guy. I was actually just talking to him on Twitter. I told him to join the chat room, so maybe he'll be in here. Still kind of sick, Kevin. This one, if you look on the side, there's a W, and then there's a D on the top, and there's a G on the side. Just kind of cool how he did his logo. It kind of reminds me of the GameCube logo. And I went ahead and put his little...
has a retro feel to it.
Yeah. I went ahead and put his little avatar down here in the bottom. I don't know how good you can see that, but this is also on my Instagram if you want to go check it out. And that video will be out pretty soon also. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Oh, and this was the last thing I printed this week. This was done on my Ultimaker 2. And it was done with the vase mode in Simplify 3D. Basically, what that means is this was one continuous string of filament. It just went up in a corkscrew fashion until it was done. So there's nothing inside. It's completely hollow, and it's pretty. There you go, Allie. Thanks. The
Targonian.
I can't even say that in the banner.
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly what it is. We're not showing off our geeky skills yet, John.
Right. Failing.
All right, so I'm going to let you go ahead. You had some questions for me. You still have those around?
Yeah. Come on, I'm not that bad at this.
I know. You're probably better
the first
than I
one, the first one, which we kind of talked about. I've known you since your college days. So what college degrees do you have? What did you go to school for?
Hold on, now I just lost my little chat window.
Answer key. You got to cheat and have the answers.
Yes, I do not have the answers. I do not have any answers. I went to college for 3D modeling and design. I have an associate's degree from Butte College. And that's about all my schooling I have. I actually didn't finish high school, so it just shows that anybody can.
You're more so self-taught too, right?
Yeah, a lot of my stuff is self-taught. Even when I was in school, I was kind of one of those kids that would show the 3D modeling teacher what he was doing, and
or use the printer. You were the only person
that used
the printer.
The only person at the school to use my 3D printer. So. School for potato studies, yeah, exactly.
I still don't think anybody at that school knows how to use that printer.
No, they just, every time I ask our director Daniel, I ask him about it, and he just says that nobody uses it. They've used it like a couple times since I left. I'm like, it's a perfectly good dimension U-print. It's one of those giant old school 3D printers, but it's still awesome because it does support material, and it's dissolvable support material, so it has like a bath that you can dissolve all the supports off, which is really awesome. But it just sits there. It's like it was like a $10,000 printer.
That's sad.
So, anyways.
I wonder how their classes are doing there, like how their enrollment is for like 3D animation and everything.
Yeah. Well, I've heard they started using ZBrush and stuff, which is awesome. Because they were just kind of barely getting into that when we left, or when I left. You're still going there, right?
Yeah. Well, I returned. I have not been there for 8 years or something. That sounds horrible. Jeez.
I know you haven't been to. You're not going to community college for 8 years. You know?
Hey, some people, you never
I'm
know.
oblivious. What did I miss? Hold on. We love Game of Thrones. Yes, we do love Game of Thrones. But, you know,
I've only seen season 1.
I have a problem with all this YouTube stuff and the 3D printing and all the stuff that I'm doing. Anytime I watch anything lately, I'm sitting there on my laptop and I'm designing something or I'm modeling something. So I really only kind of half watch stuff. So I only get like a part of the storylines most of the time. Unless something's really
And
good.
Game of Thrones is not something to do that for.
Exactly. It's kind of hard for me.
That's very dense.
All right. So what do you got for me next? And if anybody else wants to ask any questions or just throw out anything geeky or anything you want to talk about, just let us know.
You kind of just alluded to it a little bit, mentioning ZBrush. What programs do you actually use when you're doing your 3D modeling?
Mainly I use potatoes. Nice. Mainly I use 3ds Max. I sometimes use ZBrush still. I use Photoshop a lot when I'm outlining the logos. I use Simplify 3D for my slicing for 3D printing. Those are my main programs that I use. I mean, I use Adobe Premiere for my video editing, and huge video coming out tomorrow, you guys. Watch on the 3D Printing Nerd channel and my channel. This one should be pretty good. Big collaboration.
And with that, if somebody was to want to start doing this, if they're really enjoying what you're doing and seeing all these other 3D models and YouTube shows, what programs would you recommend for them to start out with? Would it be ZBrush, or would you have them jump on something else?
ZBrush is a little bit hard to start into. It's kind of a weird interface, and I definitely wouldn't recommend that. It's hard because when you're starting out, you want to start with something free like Blender or SketchUp.
I forgot about Blender.
Tinkercad. These are all free programs. I mean, Blender's a little difficult to use, but I don't know. I would start out with something free, definitely, and I would just start by messing around with 3D models, watching YouTube tutorials. There's so much stuff out there that you can learn from. Like I said, I'm self-taught. Most of the stuff that I've learned has been watching tutorials and reading. And what's up, Duplicate? So
that's an awesome name.
Yeah.
So with that, I mean, going around, favorite websites or talking about that, what websites would you recommend? What are your favorite ones for 3D printing?
Like for learning stuff?
Yeah, if somebody was trying to either teach themselves, or just want to see what the options are out there. I know that you like Thingiverse or Thingiverse.
Well, Thingiverse, yeah. I mean, Thingiverse is something to use if you want to just learn 3D printing and you don't want to make your own models, because you can download like thousands of different little cool toys and different models to mess with 3D printing. You say, what is your favorite type of milk, CJ?
I like silk milk.
Milk.
I'm not a cow milk person.
I drink a lot of half and half, actually. I don't really drink milk. I drink half and half of my coffee, and that's it, CJ. You love how I have a picture of what, Keegan? My favorite source of milk. I love you guys' questions. My favorite source of milk is straight from the source.
Mine's Winco, I guess. I get mine from Winco.
Oh, the pics of all my 3D prints, yeah. I plan to like fill up this entire wall and maybe this entire room with those pictures. As many YouTubers as I can do. Tomorrow there should be another one, right? I'm gonna put it right there so it still can be visible in the frame. I might start moving them out as I do new ones, so the new ones are behind me instead of the older ones. So What kind of milk on your cereal? What kind of cereal? You guys are hilarious. Go ahead. You go first, John.
I'm a silk. I mean, I can do almond milk. I mean, I can do cow milk, I guess. I just, we don't buy it. My wife's not a fan of it either, so there's no reason for us to have it in the house. I have not tried cashew or goat or cat or dog. I mean, I've I don't know. As far as cereal goes, I'm an old person. I like Honey Bunch of Oats or like, I'm not a big like sugary
Come on, you
super
don't like the
fruity
cinnamon toast crunch and Captain Crunch? Come on, those are the
I mean,
best
I'll
ones.
eat those. But like, if I'm to buy them, like Quaker Crunch, Corn Crunch, or something, like I don't know. I like the old people cereals,
Dude,
and then I don't usually grab a bowl. I get like a giant like plastic tub and pour cereal and milk and down it.
I love these questions.
No bowls for me.
These are hilarious. Do you use a special spoon? What kind of
Just use like a super like a soup ladle
one
spoon
of those
deal.
giant spoons. Just better make her fun. Now you guys are just messing with us. Oh, you guys are funny. See, it's the same. This is the same crowd that I get in here all the time, John. So they're gonna mess with us. We can just sit here and talk about what we want, or we can listen to them.
That makes it fun.
All right. So let's see. Where are we gonna go next? I don't even know. I like answering the questions too, in case anybody watches this afterwards. So there's kind of like a documentation of all this stuff. What other kind of questions? 3D Dueler or Stratus? Why do you gotta ask these questions, CJ? You know this stuff.
Hey, I don't know this stuff, so inform me.
I would say out of those two, the 3D Doodler, you're hella funny. The 3D Doodler is that stupid pen, isn't it? It's the stupid Doodler. How many ounces of bacon per ounce of milk in the cereal? Well, considering lately I only eat bacon and no cereal, it's just probably a few ounces of bacon. That's it, just in a bowl, not by itself.
I'll take all bacon.
Yeah.
Fill that bowl up.
Oh, you guys are funny. Last question: how long of a soup have you eaten? Which is better, bacon or trees? Oh god.
I mean, I guess we got to go trees. I mean, without trees, you probably die, right? Need oxygen.
Yeah. But if you could just eat bacon until you die, though, that you don't think that would be fun? Just like
true.
A big pile of bacon there, and then you're just gonna run out of oxygen at some point.
I mean, just binge on that bacon. That'd be heaven until you suffocate.
That's like the you guys need to start asking.
So how long have you been making 3D prints?
How long have I been making 3D prints? I think since about 2008. I still have some of my original 3D prints that I've done. I haven't really shown.
And that's actually was going to be the next question is, do you have any of your original, like your screw ups or something that you want to show everybody?
I don't have the screw ups. Let me grab a couple of the prints. I got them right here on the shelf. I'll be back in 1 sec.
He's already leaving. Jeez.
Alright, I am back. These are some of the original 3D prints that I did on the U-print. They're kind of dusty. This is my little, the art director at my school was really into, that was yeah, we're software. I'm back. My art director was really into dunnies, the little paintable guys that you could like carve up and just paint whatever you wanted on. Like kind of like the
I kind of remember those
pictures and stuff, or vinyl
the plop caps and fun cows or whatever.
So he had a 3D model of it, so I took it and I made this little devil guy, and put little guns in his hands, and I changed his ears into horns. So I thought that one was pretty fun to make. This is one of the first 3D prints I ever did, actually. it wasn't this color originally. That printer only prints in this weird, funky, like yellowy color. The newer ones actually can print other colors too. What's up, Unlikely? This one is a rubber band car that I made. The cool thing about that printer with dissolvable supports, you can print moving parts and they will just dissolve out. So like for instance, I just printed this wheelbase right in the original print, so the supports would be inside, in between the wheel and the little chassis area, and then they just dissolve out and they would spin. So it's pretty cool. And I put
that's really cool.
A little thing right here to hold the rubber band, and I don't have a rubber band right now where I'd show you. You can tie it on here and then twist it up and let it go. It never really worked that well. I think it was because it was too light and the wheels were too slick, but it was still fun to make.
Duplicate brings up a good question. Have you added LED lights to any of your logos to life models before?
I have done that one time, and I do plan to do it again. If you watch the DTC reviews, logos to life, that one it was one that I lit up. It was a hot sauce bottle, so I wanted it to look like it was just like the hottest hot sauce that you've ever tried. So I put red LEDs
just
inside
radiating.
of it. Yeah. So it just looks like it's on fire, like you just burn the crap out of your mouth if you tasted it. So I really
Sounds
do want to
fun.
add some LEDs to some of my my logos to life pretty soon, but I haven't really had a need for it. The logo has to kind of call for it. So
Yeah, no reason just to strap some lights on it and be like,
exactly.
"Oh, look, shiny."
So here, wait,
is there
there's
any?
one more 3D print that I was going to show? I'm not trying to be.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Cut you off.
I mean, it's your show.
This is just a little Taurus knot that I made. Again, with the dissolvable filaments, I was able to do like a holy Taurus knot and then put another one inside of it, so when it dissolves, it's kind of just, you can hear it shaking. I don't know, I thought that was cool. Anyway.
Nice. Is there anything that you wish you can go back and redo? Was there any? I mean, it doesn't need to be one of the show or one of the logos that you've done, but just anything in particular that you kind of wish you had the time to go back and redo?
Just in my life, or like in?
No, in 3D printing.
I'm like, that's a
I mean, in life. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, you want to go change some things in life.
I mean, not with any of my logos, really. I mean, I kind of just go with how they turn out, and I love each one, so that's just always fun to do, and whatever I finish with is what somebody gets. So, anything I regret is not starting doing YouTube earlier, because I was printing way back in 2008. I could have had like the biggest YouTube or 3D printing channel by now. So that's the one thing I do regret. I don't think there was any 3D printing channels back then. I don't know how long people have been doing that. I wasn't paying attention back then, obviously.
I mean, I didn't really know much about 3D printing at all until you basically brought it into my life. And I mean, I still don't know anything at all when it comes to 3D printing. I mean, it's always turning to you for questions.
All right, let me see. We got some
or answers
in here. When are you going to print me a full-size arcade cabinet? Once I get a G-Max, Kevin, I'll start printing your full-size arcade cabinet. I wish that every logo he made had my face on it. CJ. Doing a 9-hour print 5 times. True, everyone's 2D prints. Reckless eating or Dame drops? That's a good question. That's kind of a hard one, because I think they were probably pretty similar in time. Dame drops was a little bit harder to model because of the hamburger was kind of a pain. And painting all this, I don't know how good you guys can see that, but it's right on the screen right now. Painting all the little cracks and stuff on the bottom was kind of a pain. With the reckless eating one, I was doing laser cutting and all that stuff, so it was like a completely different kind of thing. Most of the painting involved on the reckless eating one was the durian fruit, and I just spray painted these, so Reckless Eating was more just putting it together versus painting. So I don't know. I mean, they probably took about the same amount of time. I think. I don't really keep track. I sometimes keep track of the print times, and I put that in my videos, but I don't really keep track of like the total time a lot because I'm just working on them.
And you're constantly busy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really keep total track when you're going all over the place as is.
You guys are hilarious. I'll put your. You want me to put your face on your print, CJ? Maybe I'll do that.
Take it easy, Keegan.
All right, Keegan. Later, man. further feature. That's funny. What's up, Ari?
Where's Mom?
Ari,
Do you have,
she went to go take
printed?
more than Janine.
Oh yeah. Dada.
Thank you.
I made a happy ear now.
You made a what?
Happy ear.
A happy ear?
He's right there.
Oh, cool. I don't know who that is. I'm
I
gonna have
thought
to
you
watch
said
that
something
show
else.
with you.
Yokai watch
Yokai watch?
tonight.
Maybe tomorrow. How about tomorrow? Okay.
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 Put your face in the window of the rocket. Alright. I gotta do this. I'm doing it. Maybe after I'm done with this, okay?
Okay.
Maybe.
It's just totally gonna be passed out by the time you're done.
She didn't close the door. Hold on.
That's what ear looks like.
That's awesome. It's very cool.
Yokai.
Can you go make me one to hang up on my art wall?
What? Happy ear?
Yeah, make me whichever one you think is the coolest.
Let me think. I'd like to make one.
Just whichever one. Go make it.
I think I can.
I want you to make me one for my wall.
I can try to make Tattletale.
Okay, make me Tattletale. I have a whole wall over there dedicated to all the stuff that she's drawn for me. So
That's awesome. I mean, it's awesome to see that it runs in the family. I mean, you love being creative, and it's good to see your child being creative too.
yeah, she loves to draw. She wants to paint all the time. We have a little painting area up there for her and everything. So,
And she has her own YouTube page and everything, right?
yeah, I try to encourage it. She, and like on her YouTube page, I'm not like one of those parents that's just like, do this and do this. We want to try to get you views and stuff. I'm like, I just want her to do what she wants and like, whatever.
Yeah, just have
she comes
fun.
up with,
Be a
just-
kid.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta do English homework. You're always doing homework, CJ.
I have English homework too,
Nice.
but I'm not going to do it.
Jeez, Mom.
Jeez, Mom.
You guys can feel free to ask more questions too if you want. We're just chatting away.
I've gone almost through half of my questions, so
Yeah, you can keep asking. If you want. You can ask me just random questions that you have too. Something you never knew.
eggs or sausage?
Eggs or sausage? Man, you can't choose
Yeah,
between
you
eggs
gotta
and
pick.
sausage.
You got it. Oh, you can choose.
Yeah, well, I'd probably go with eggs because you can do more things with them. You can.
And for breakfast, I'm thinking breakfast. So
just
for
for
me, it would be
breakfast?
sausage.
But
Yeah.
You can still do so many.
I'm
You
an
can
egg person.
we can scramble them, fry them, do all this hard boiled. There's so many different ways to have.
I can do like an omelet in the morning here and there, but I'm just not a big egg fan. But like obviously, I like eggs and like cake and I don't know what eggs are in everything. So
Eggs are ceiling fans. Oh my god. Oh,
I do like ceiling fans
Throw the eggs into the ceiling fans. See how you can make a mess.
at your house, not my house.
Oh come on. I don't have a ceiling fan in this house actually.
I don't either. So probably go to CJ's house.
Yeah, we'll go to CJ's house and throw eggs in his ceiling fans.
Back to 3D printing. Do you have a favorite thing you've actually printed? I mean,
Favorite thing that
I know it's hard because it's like saying a favorite child, but
No, I think I do.
you know you
I
have
mean,
a favorite child.
I think probably my favorite thing that I've ever 3D printed was the Angry Video Game Nerd logo, only because that's what started all this, and it was one of the coolest experiences to meet James Rolfe like that and give that print to him, and then what came from that, you know, that logo ending up in the movie and stuff was just like so amazing to me, and I see that in his movie all the time, so it's just not all the time, I don't watch it every day or anything, but
You have a set time. You go, you know, at 6 o'clock. You go and you watch it. You've actually postponed it today, so we can do this. So that's awesome.
yeah, so that's probably my favorite print, and it was the first one that I ever painted up like that, and I just had a lot of fun doing that, and I just have like real vivid memories of that, and it was just fun. So I think that's my favorite one. I mean, after that, it would probably be, I don't know, the Monster Madness one was pretty fun too, because
that was the blood one, right?
Pumping blood through it and stuff. I had planned that for such a long time. The only reason that one was probably the hardest print that I ever did too, though. Because I
really like that one.
I should have 3D printed some of the internal like tubes and stuff, but I decided to use little plastic tubes instead because I didn't want to deal with modeling all that. So it ended up being a real pain in the ass because I had to like seal all that stuff in with silicone, and it leaked. Like I had it all sealed up, like ready to go. Like I was gonna, you know, do the video with everything with the bleeding and stuff, and I pumped the blood through, and the blood just leaked out of the bottom, and I had to completely
just made a giant mess everywhere.
I had to completely rip it apart and do it all over again, which sucked. You know, I did it better, but it was a pain in the ass.
No, that one was really cool. Like, and wasn't that one of your first, like, I guess you'd say, like, interactive models too?
Yeah,
because I know you did the LED one and everything,
Yeah, that
and
was after.
some others that have like moved, but that one, I love that one just because of the blood. And I mean, I'm a horror fan and stuff, so like, I don't know, just calls to me, I guess.
Yeah, I try to do something different with each print. Actually.
Yeah,
I try
let
to
them all stand out.
Yeah, well, and just like to test myself too, like doing different new things. Like on that one was the blood, and this one I actually the board James one I actually made the board with the little pieces, and of course the lights on that one. I didn't really do anything special with the healthy junk food one. That was one of my first ones. With Ken Domics, that was the spinning back and the little slider on it. I wanted it to move around. Reckless Eating was really going into laser cutting and stuff. Some of them were just, that was like a lot of ZBrush modeling, the Roadrunner one, and that's actually one of my least popular videos because nobody knows what it is because it's just the college that I went to.
Yeah.
Scott, so
they're
still
horrible reimagination.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Not that yours is horrible. Yeah, I like your work, but man,
it's pretty close to what their logo is.
Yeah, I mean, I see that they totally try to like rebrand it so they don't get sued or whatever it is, but man, I hate it.
How can you watch the stream of your parent? Who's parenting you, CJ? I'm not parenting you. Is Heather parenting?
I think Heather is. It's just in Heather's blood. I mean, she's a mom.
Did you draw my thing? Did you already draw it? That was super fast.
Tattletale.
This is Tattletale?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Distraction failed.
This is Tattletale that Ari drew for me. Let me see if I can get it in the video. I hate that the delay is so long. Kevin is parenting you now, CJ? Alright, there we go. This is the little Tattletale that Ari just drew for me. I'll hang it up on my wall a little bit later, okay, Ari?
Okay.
I'm going to leave it right here so everybody can see.
Okay.
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 Awesome. It looks awesome.
It looks awesome. Alright.
Happy.
Ari's crazy.
Happy.
You can tell she tries to take the spotlight.
Right. She's like, I am the star.
Pretty much.
I got it.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Nope.
You're not parenting. No, Kevin was parenting. But Kevin's older than you, CJ, so he's allowed to parent you.
That's how this works.
You need to respect your elders, CJ. I think this is. I like how this is running. You guys like how the both streams are running with like an extra person on here and stuff. Everything sound good and everything. They're obviously not listening to us. They're just chatting about
Right.
their own stuff.
They're enjoying their parenting talks.
This is why when I get on Periscope or when I get on my YouTube stream or whatever, I'll just talk and do whatever with the camera, so I kind of get used to it too. Because you know.
Well, yeah, you used to really hate it too. You were not
I hated it so much, but
yeah, you were not a behind the camera or in front of the camera type of person.
I've gotten used to it a lot more lately. So and I'm hoping my channel starts to grow a little bit more, so I'll get decent, pull in a decent crowd. We'll see. We got 10 people now. Is anybody new?
I saw that it went up to 16, I think, at one point,
Oh, nice.
but I haven't really paid all that much attention.
Yeah, it jumps up and down. Oh, man. So, you got any more questions on your list?
What is the average cost of making a 3D print for you?
Like the logos to life, like maybe Reckless Eating, because that's like a bigger one. I would say it doesn't usually end up costing that much, because I mean filament is pretty cheap. It's more the time involved.
Yeah.
Because the prints take a really long time, and then putting it together. I think the Reckless Eating letters alone took like 30-something hours or 40 hours, something like that. And but thanks to Joel, it took me a lot. Joel's the 3D printing nerd, the guy that I'm doing I don't know. I've told you that a million times, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you know, because he's awesome.
But I mean, maybe the people in the chat or whoever watches doesn't know.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's
so
always good to
somebody might
repeat
know.
yourself.
I know all these guys now who Joel is. Anyways, I found one of his videos, and actually this is one of the reasons I contacted Joel in the first place, was because on these Reckless Eating letters, I was having trouble printing them, and I found his video about multiple infill percentages. And when I printed these letters, I used that video, after I printed out a bunch of crap letters, I used that video to... Shut up, unlikely. I used that video to where basically the letters are hollow all the way up until the top, and then it started printing. I started printing at like 40%, and then 50%, and then I started doing it to where it was completely solid. So they took a lot less time to print, used a lot less filament. So I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I just thought that was
that's
cool.
awesome.
I mean that's how I met Joel in the first place. I had seen him through Barnacules at first, and then I had started watching his videos, and that one really helped me. So I that's when I contacted him. I haven't really told that story before, so shut up, Kevin.
But like you said, I mean, time is very consuming. I mean that's the most costly thing. I mean, especially when you have a family, friends, job. I mean, time's very precious. So I mean, being able to cut down the time and learn new tricks, I mean, that's awesome.
Thanks for getting Ari talking about you, okay? So anyways, I bet this one probably cost, let's see, the filament was like $20. And then at work I can cut out little stuff like that on the laser cutter, so I didn't really pay for any of that. The shipping, $10-15. So I mean like they can cost like $40-50 by the end of it. And when I shipped Ken's, he lives in Canada, so that costs a lot more. It was like $40 just to ship.
Yeah.
So I mean they can get up there in price, but it's not too bad. That's why they do the big ones too. Besides the time is, I mean it is a little expensive. You're spending $50 to $100 every time you do one of these. It's if you're doing that every couple weeks or whatever. That's why I only do it like once a month. When we shipped Canada.
The plus side is you enjoy it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're just doing it. And I mean, you're not doing it to lose money or anything like that. You're doing it because you enjoy doing it and entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, I'm not doing this to make money really. I mean, it's nice. I'm trying to get a Patreon site going so I can make money back to pay for more things for the channel. That's what that's what most YouTubers who really enjoy doing this stuff do. So, get better cameras, get more equipment, have, stuff like
Yeah.
that to where you can make the
The
channel
next
better.
step.
Yeah, exactly. I don't plan to make like a ton of money off of YouTube. So. Anyways, what was I don't even remember where I was going. Oh, the new logos to life. Even those, I mean, those end up costing anywhere from $5 to $10 each, and I do those like I try to do at least like once a week lately. So, I mean, you're talking $150 a month, maybe just in this stuff, which is not a lot of money, but just to put out for.
It still adds up too,
Yeah.
but I mean, again, at least it's fun and enjoyable, and
Oh, yeah.
you have your time set away, so it's not taking too much away from the rest of your time.
Yeah. Oh man. I can see your lips moving, but I don't hear you talking. That's funny.
Right.
Oh, it's 'cause
I know.
I'm
I'm totally getting distracted from watching the live stream since it's so far off. Like I keep seeing like myself like scratch my ear or like my nose or I see you like moving or Ari come like totally getting distracted by watching the stream.
Thanks a lot, Duplicate. Yeah, I'm gonna get that going pretty soon. I gotta make a video, and I want to make it worth it for everybody that joins my Patreon too, because I want to give out free stuff. I work at a place where I can make coasters and all this stuff, so I'm gonna be sending out stuff for anybody that donates to my Patreon and stuff. So I'll have some good stuff. So.
You gonna do like an announcement video or anything like that? Like go over
Yeah.
levels or
I will.
details on it?
I'm gonna do that. I just have to get the time to actually make the video and make one for Patreon and make one for YouTube. It's like.
Well, I mean, like to introduce people to Patreon and everything, like let people know.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cool to do like a little video just for that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
still post that on YouTube. I mean.
Yeah. That's the plan. So. Is your list getting empty there?
Yeah, I have 4 more main questions. I mean, trust me, I can find some other stuff, but I want to make sure we have 3D stuff covered and everything, especially since this is a 3D show. So, what equipment do you use? All around. I mean, not just your printers, but your cameras. I mean, how you paint. I mean, you can go on for days on this one, so you're welcome.
Everybody knows that everybody in here, I can see that I know that's in here. I use a Ultimaker 2, which I just recently upgraded to the Ultimaker 2 Plus. I had a little bit of problems with, it can be nerdy chat too. I had a little bit of problems when I was doing the upgrade. It was mostly my fault. I did some dumb things when Kevin.
Is that what you were periscoping not too long ago?
No, that was with my flash forward. I did a couple of dumb things when I was doing the upgrade, and I pushed on a gear too far, so it was making the filament slip, and it wasn't extruding properly. But I got all that fixed now, and it's printing amazingly. So, what's a camera? You guys. And then I have so that one works awesome. I love that printer. I've printed so many of my logos with it. I've had that was my first printer that I bought on my own after I used the school's printer.
How long ago was that?
Man, I put up I don't even remember. It's been, let's see, I did the Cinemassacre logo. That was like the first logo that I did that on. I think it was like 2012, somewhere around there. 2012, 2000. I think it was end of 2000 or early 2013. Now I remember because we had just moved into our apartment. So,
you've moved so many times; it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I've moved a lot. Going to school and doing all this stuff, and so
4 years ago. Thank you, Heather.
What's that? 4 years ago.
Heather said 4 years ago.
That's how long I've had my Ultimaker. Holy crap, that's crazy. When you look at the stats on it, it's insane how we're in my Oh, you guys are crazy. It's insane how many hours and how much filament it says it's gone through. I've posted that on Instagram. I post that every once in a while because that thing has just gone through. I can't believe it's still running. It's crazy to me that a 3D printer will run that long and do that many prints. You know, and it's broken down before, but you know, it's not that hard to fix, and I've fixed it a few times. So
Yeah, you've learned how to actually repair it yourself and everything, which is nice,
yeah.
instead of paying for somebody else to come out and do it, or if that's even possible, I don't know, or sending it back to them, or buying a whole new one. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously buying a new one would be awesome, but
that's the thing about 3D printers is there's not many places that I know of that you can actually get them fixed. So if you don't know that much, and you don't learn it, you know, then you're gonna be kind of SOL. So I've been forced to learn that stuff. But my other 3D printer is a FlashForge Creator Pro. That printer is awesome for doing dual colors and using support material on it, just like the other one was the U-print. So I'm trying to think. I do all my new logos to life on that because they're all black and white, so it's really easy to do those logos on there. And then for camera wise, I need to get some new cameras. I have a couple of webcams that I run the live stream on. They're just like cheap webcams. One's a Logitech and one's
gets the job done.
Yeah, they did get the job done. One's a one I got actually at Goodwill, and I tell this to people
Really?
all the time that are starting out. Yeah, I mean, you find stuff at Goodwill, tripods, like a bunch of the stuff. The tripod that my webcam's sitting on right now is from Goodwill. It was like $2. I mean, when you're just starting out, you just save money and do stuff cheap. So I have my GoPro. It's the 4K, the GoPro Black, Hero 4 Black, I think. And
which is like the top of the line one, or was top of the line. I mean, it's probably been
I've
replaced since
had that for
technology.
I think I've had that for at least a year already, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I use that for
So a new one either just came out or is going to.
I use that for all my time lapses. Like I have my GoPro mounts on everything, on all my printers. I printed out GoPro mounts for everything, and I use that camera for all my time lapses. And I do it in 4K resolution. So even though I only post my videos in 1080p, it still helps a lot. You know, I can crop stuff out if I need, if it's like too far out or if it looks funky. I can zoom it in. And
I was gonna say I could have watched this in 4K this whole time and used my TV for something worthwhile. Why didn't I know this? But that makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the resolution. It just makes everything look better overall. So.
Hey, Gus.
Other equipment. I mean, I have my big beast of a computer that I run everything on. It's all water cooled. I built it myself. Don't let the lithium battery wrap get punctured. Are you talking about on the GoPro? Did the cat just really knock the camera? My cat's in here and she knocked the camera. You got your dog in there. Animals.
I got my dog, yeah.
They're ruining
I was trying to get the camera on the dog, but apparently that doesn't work. You just see the messy room. Don't tell the wife.
My sister's there.
Hopefully
You're the
they can
one
see
that
you.
watches my videos from Texas. I don't know, Kevin. You need to spread the word around there. Go put up flyers and stuff.
Put flyers up. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Old school.
Go old school, Kevin. Hold on one sec.
Go see mom.
What else was I saying? Yeah, I built my own computer. I was a computer technician for like 10 years. I worked at Gateway. I know this goes back a little bit into my past, but I worked at Gateway. That's why I learned a lot of stuff about computers and just rebuilding stuff and building computers like 10, 15 years ago when I worked at Gateway.
I don't know if I even knew that, actually.
Yeah, I was a computer technician for 4 years at Gateway, I think. And I would just sit back.
I might have known.
Yeah, I would just sit back and replace motherboards and RAM. That's how I learned all that stuff. So, and then I worked at the Sacramento, or I worked at the county. I'm telling everybody where I live again. I worked.
Everybody comes.
Yeah. Well, it's not actually where I live now, so it doesn't matter. I worked at the county building in Sacramento for a while. You know, that was just like over the phone tech support, and it was kind of horrible. But it was still computer work, so I don't know. I've always done computer work,
And it's still getting paid.
Yeah, I'm still getting paid. And then I just got into animation and started just really getting into 3D modeling. And you know, when I started at Butte, I was really into 3D modeling, and then the 3D printing started. So that's how all this started, really. I don't even remember what the question was, where I came from. Oh, equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
There
much.
you go.
That's pretty much all my equipment. Hey Heather, can you grab me some more water?
That's funny. Steph just asked me if I needed anything.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot. You guys, you guys all go follow Scoobydiesel on Twitter? Because you need to do that. Hey, where did my little thing go? I had the thing that said your name on here. Hold on. That's it.
The lower thirds.
Hold on. I got it right here. Okay. I do not know where it went. Well, that's dumb. Thanks. Yeah, I had that on here. Oh well.
I see how it is. You just don't care about me having my little lower third or anything.
Your name is Scoobydiesel. Everybody, if you can't spell Scoobydiesel, then
Oh, it just popped up.
oh there it goes. See, yeah, I fixed it.
Yeah, I fixed it. I knew what I was doing the whole time.
You want to get out of here, Peachy? Here, hold on. Come on, go.
Bye, Peach.
The cat's meowing at me. Anyone see my Instagram and have no idea what I was talking about in my second? What are you guys talking? What are you talking about? Unlikely. I think I just started following you on Instagram. Unlikely. I try to follow everybody all my people that come and watch me in my live streams, and anybody that's into 3D printing, really. Yes, our cats.
I forget which one I like more. Do I like Peach or Daisy more? I never can remember.
Everybody that doesn't know them likes Daisy better because she's more calm, and she will come up to anybody. Peach is kind of a jackass. She doesn't like anybody. She likes me. She's like my cat. She'll come like hang out with me and sit on my lap.
And I think that's the one that usually comes up to me because you or like last time she
That's
like
how you
laid
like.
on me or whatever. Yeah, because she's like, or you're like, she never likes anybody. And like, I'm sitting there like, good kitty, pet, meow, meow, meow. And she's like, what is this guy doing? But I like him.
Yeah, all of our animals have been video game name related. That's what Heather was saying. Yeah, our first cat that we had together was named Zelda, and then our dog was named Link. So.
That's awesome.
How did I find you on Instagram? I do not remember, CJ. I saw something. I don't remember. So you liked something or something. So I'm sorry. I was not stalking you.
Lies. I had a dog named Goldie, actually.
Max and Goldie. That's awesome. He's not
My dog now is named Gus.
Yeah, you got Gus now.
Breaking Bad was a great show, and it's also the name of my favorite team's head coach, so works both ways. Geeky and jockey, I guess.
Yeah, I honestly do not remember how I found you, CJ. It wasn't like I was searching for you or anything. It just like came up under something, and then I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, that's CJ. Next question. Anybody, Scoobydiesel or anybody else?
There's always that little delay, so I hate like throwing out a question and then like start reading somebody else asking a question at the same time.
No, nobody else has a question.
Heather's totally stalking
Travis,
CJ.
Who's my biggest fan? I think Keegan's my biggest fan. Everybody.
I would have said Heather because that's your wife. And
I don't play that stuff.
she's totally gonna beat you later.
Heather gets irritated when I show her stuff too much sometimes. She's like, I have to watch it again.
That's awesome.
When I make her watch it, because I'm always checking for errors and stuff in my videos. I'm like, come watch it again. What do I need to change? What's wrong with this?
That's why she's like, send it to John. I'm like, oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is the first draft. She watches it. Oh, she's like, oh, this is awesome, but you got to change this. Okay. I'm like, so I changed all that stuff, and then it was the second draft or whatever. Okay, you missed this, and then she's like, starts to, she likes it every time, but and she's willing to watch my videos endlessly. I'm not saying that she's not. She loves my videos, I think.
Trying to dig out of that.
Shut up. But then I'll make her watch it after I encode it, because I want to make sure there's no encoding errors or like none of the videos popped out or anything. And then I'll put it up on YouTube, and then I'll make her watch it again just because it's up on YouTube now, and I want to make sure it got up on YouTube. Okay. There's like lots of times, especially the big ones. I want to make sure there's nothing wrong with them.
It's always good to have somebody that have that partner you can torture like that.
Yeah, and I've added a couple more people to the list of people that I send my videos to.
So I can't feel special anymore?
Well, you can, because I usually send it to you first. If you're available. Sometimes
I know, in school and everything. Or being at the gym. I mean, I've listened to it at the gym here and there, or watched it at the gym here and there, but, man, our Wi-Fi sucks there.
Yeah, you should. CJ should feel lucky. I sent it to him already. He's already seen my 3D printing nerd video. I keep on getting cat hair in my mouth from my shirt. I know, it's gross. And cats are shedding like crazy.
Or you're trying to eat them.
I don't eat cats. Not usually. Oh man, you watched it 3 times. Nice. Did you like it that much? I'm hoping it did. I'm hoping it does really good. I think you saw Joel's tweet about it being National High Five Day, and that's why he wants to release it tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
It is probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, not to spoil it or anything like that. Definitely one of my favorite ones in a while, and I hate admitting to liking one more than the other or whatever, but I don't know. And
it's fine.
I mean,
you can do it all you want.
Just came out awesome.
You can do it all you want. You can rate them. You can do everything. I feel like they're my babies, so I can't do.
Yeah, and I mean, I've probably told you something where I'm like, I'm not as impressed with that one, or like I like that you tried something new with this, or whatever. Like, there's always pluses and stuff, but sometimes one's just not as impactful. And I think this one, I don't know, you get to put your own touch in, or your own print. I don't know how to say that. Your own little nod in there now, and then just the idea is really cool.
Yeah,
it came out awesome. I mean, I'm surprised how much I liked it. Actually, being negative.
That's very cool to hear, man. I'm glad that I'm getting positive stuff already from that one, because it's hard when you sit there and you make this stuff for a month and you spend that much time on one project, and you're like, oh, this could just suck. Nobody could like it or whatever. But,
yeah.
And I've had that happen. I'm not gonna say anything about anybody negatively because
And that's why I didn't want to bring up stuff that I didn't like as much.
Yeah, every single print that I've done, I've taken something from it, and I've enjoyed something about it, and so I've never had really a negative experience with any of the logos, and this whole thing has just allowed me to meet so many cool people and talk to so many cool people that I just could not look at it negatively at all, so.
Yeah. I mean, for the new one, I already told you, I wish that one thing would have been able to work out better, but it's still, in the long run, it still came out amazing. Spoilers.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. I know you probably told me, but I've just completely forgot.
Yeah, it was spoilers, but not spoilers. It was the base area.
Oh yeah,
situation.
You liked the other one better. That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that, and they'll see it on the video. I did the base differently than I had originally planned it because the main reason for that was because I wanted anybody to be able to print it because that's the whole thing about that video.
I mean, you had reasons. It's understandable.
Yeah, I had reasons. So
we're throwing a party for Heather.
We are.
Apparently. Yay! It's Heather Appreciation Day.
Yay, Heather. Oh man.
And now we have to wait for the delay to catch up so she hears us talk about it too.
Yeah, no, she could probably kind of hear me through the door, but I don't know how good she can hear. Probably just sound like wah, 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 wah.
I know. I'm kind of wondering how much Steph is getting any type of feedback or anything. I didn't shut the door just because I didn't want to get
she in here watching?
too warm in here.
She's supposed to be watching. This is your YouTube streaming debut.
She was watching. I know that because she had been texting me here and there about it and asking if I needed anything and stuff. But I don't know if she's still watching. I know she was also doing laundry and whatnot too. So she's trying to multitask.
And everybody get used to Scoobydiesel because I'll probably have him on here a lot.
Unless you get a high demand of, man, I hate that bearded dude. Then I don't want to bring the show down.
Well,
so.
that could happen, but
some people don't like beards, bro.
Well, I always
Just
say
saying.
that I have a beard, and then everybody that actually has a beard says, no, you have facial hair.
Yeah, you don't have a beard.
Oh man, especially those. We had some guys come in the shop the other day that were from. I love the bearded dude.
Oh, Steph is in the chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, thank you, CJ.
We had some guys come in the shop the other day. They were from Badass Beard Oil Company. That's the actual name of the beard oil company. And they all had, of course, the huge beards. And my nephew that works there too. He has a decent beard, it's like the kind of like the Amishy looking beard, and they gave him all this beard oil and all these combs and all this stuff, and then as they were leaving, they're like, oh, did you want a comb too? I'm like, thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
That actually reminds me of one of my favorite prints you've done, which I totally blanked on having that prepared, but when you made me that bat comb, the Batarang comb, I actually was using that quite a bit, but
did it break?
I don't know where I put it now.
You don't know where you put it?
No, I just don't know where I put it.
That's good.
After we set up the TV, we had moved stuff around, so.
That was one of the first things I printed on my Ultimaker. That was right after I got it. You should show us.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Show off some of the 3D prints that I've given you. I've only given you a few, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have the bat comb, but I don't know where I placed that. But I mean, you guys can probably
Jaguar
see the. Yeah, that's probably my favorite thing because it's. I mean, you made it uniquely for me, or however you want to say that. Oh, great! You can see my bald spot when I turn.
I just saw something about that today, Kevin. The females in watching maker stuff. Who was talking about that? There's somebody on Twitter. I was seeing some article about that. You need to get more females into 3D printing and stuff like that. So. Did you grab that?
So I mean, we just mentioned it. Yeah. So this is probably my personal favorite one. I gotta wait for the time delay and everything to pop up there. I'll keep you in suspense until I can tell that it's out there. But I'm holding something.
Yeah, I made.
Come on, see the wife. I can ask him.
That's fine.
It's
fine.
Well, I got to talk about this one now. My wife's distracting me. Sorry, people. He actually made this one for me. I'm a huge football fan. My favorite team is the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then it's also in the shape of the NFL Shield emblem. And then obviously I'm Scoobydiesel, so I love it. He didn't paint it for me for some reason, but still love that. I can see Ari
I
again.
can stay up a little bit later and I can watch it when I'm done. Okay. I'll come up in your room and watch it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I have to convince.
She's
her.
totally not going to bed tonight.
Who's okay?
One of my others was that.
No, I was just seeing what I missed on the chat.
One of the other ones. This is probably, I think, the first thing you ever printed me, actually. But it's the little companion cube from a famous video game called Portal, and it's not painted either. I mean, this is back before he got into the painting stuff, apparently. But it's still awesome. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's starting to pop up on my screen now.
Yeah, haven't you printed like 20 companion cubes, CJ? You were talking about. I need to print. I want to print a giant one of those. I wish that Joel would print one on his GMax. That's what he needs to print, a giant companion cube. That would be amazing.
Don't try to stream when your 5-year-old is crabby.
Yeah, she's always crabby lately. 5-year-olds are very self-centric. That's even what when she started in her class, her pre-kindergarten class. That's the first thing that they told us was that 5-year-olds would do that, and that they're like all about themselves and everything. Their world revolves around them.
Yeah, I'm learning about that kind of stuff now too.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome, and spend time with her. I love her, but it's crazy sometimes. She's crazy. Portal is a small.
My dog is now hiding underneath the desk.
Yeah, when's Portal 3? Have they announced like Portal 3 or Half-Life 3 yet? Come on.
Come on, Half-Life 3. I mean, we won't even go into that.
I think the word.
But Portal 3.
When Half-Life 3 gets announced.
Right. I mean, and it's going to be a bigger situation than Duke Nukem Forever, which we also won't talk about that garbage. But with Portal 3, we do know that Valve was working on like a VR game. And I believe it actually is already, I mean, most people have played it and stuff, I think, because it's like a tech demo, basically. But it's not a full-on Portal game. Obviously, I haven't played it since I haven't got to play with some VR in years now.
Have you seen the demo on the Vive? You haven't seen their Portal demo?
No, I haven't seen it. I've listened to a few podcasts talk about it and stuff, and it sounds cool. I just haven't personally watched it.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Actually, I think the only ones I've watched. Oh, go on. Go on. Maybe. Possibly. No.
Valve hates trilogies. Yeah.
That is totally true.
The Vive in general just looks amazing. Like that thing, I almost would sell one of my 3D printers to get a Vive. That's how much I want a Vive, and that's pretty bad.
What are they $7.99? I don't remember. There's so many VR systems out right now that I don't remember what the price points are on any of them.
Yeah, I think the Vive is going to be $7.99, which is pretty crazy. But
I know they started shipping and everything, and they had a huge issue with some cards were being canceled, orders were being canceled, and shipping delays and all that stuff. I mean, I guess that's how a lot, or was the other one Oculus that's out? Or I can't even remember which ones are all actually out, but
yeah,
they've all had issues.
I'm pretty sure the Rift is out. And I mean, that's with anything with adopting new technology like that, you're going to run into issues. So
yeah. I mean, I also don't have a computer that's going to run that more than likely either. So
Are you asking questions now, Heather? Let's see. What advancements in 3D printing do you hope to see in the next few years? The Oculus is kind of dumb. I mean, I would take one if somebody gave one to me, of course. But
oh yeah, I would take one. Being owned by Facebook is definitely one of those scary things. But I can see the Oculus going in a different direction.
I definitely wouldn't buy one. I would go Vive, definitely.
Yeah, I would too.
Advancements in 3D printing over the next few years. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see. I kind of like, everybody wants 3D printers to be faster, and I kind of like love that they're slow, because it's something that you have to wait for. It's something that, you know, watching a 3D print and doing the time lapse stuff, it's just like a cool process to me. I just like to see it as it goes and watch it. It's just like almost hypnotizing to watch a 3D printer go. So I really don't want them to get faster. I know they will, but the things I want to see is like more colors, of course. I want to see more colors out of one 3D printing head, or just even, you know, multiple extruders is fine too. But I don't know, stuff that doesn't break down as much. Advancements in yeah, it's where it's not so hard, maybe.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's not so difficult, so more people can get into it. Which, you know, that stuff's all happening. It's just, you know, it's a slow process. More types of materials, like actually being able to print circuitry and stuff into the prints, so you can
food printing.
Anything food printing, yeah, that sounds awesome too.
Yeah, print me a Snickers or something. I'm down.
What do you guys think of the nostalgia? I can't even say that word. Servers being shut down by Blizzard. Is that are those WoW servers?
I believe so. Which I'm not a big Blizzard fan. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on that, but like I've never been a big fan of any of their series, really. I mean, I've played most everything, but I don't know. I don't get sucked in like everybody else does. Which, like with Heroes of the Storm and what's the card? Or Heroes of the Storm is the card. Or no, that's the MOBA one, right? Now I forget what the card one is. Hearthstone. Like I just can't get sucked into them, and I'm not into that world, I guess.
Well, those games are so long, and I can't believe that people are even still playing WoW. It's like insane to me that this game that came out
over 10 years
10 years ago that people are still playing. I know they've upgraded it and everything, but there's so many other cool games.
It's still the core system at heart, though.
There's so many other cool games and so much other stuff that you can play. It just like seems ridiculous to keep playing the same thing to me.
Yeah.
I played up until level 30. I think I played within the first year, and then I stopped. I was like, I'm done with this game.
Yeah, I did the same thing, actually. I think I got to like 40 or something with my mage, and I believe I made it to Burning Crusades, I think. Or like, I had bought, but even then, I just really wasn't all that into it. I would play it here and there with my friend Scott and stuff like that, but I just wasn't really. MMOs haven't been for me, because I'd rather spend time with a whole bunch of games than just one game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like that. Let's see, I missed something. Have you seen the KS Polysmooth campaign? What's that, Duplicate? I haven't seen that. You found out your teacher plays Magic: The Gathering. That's pretty funny. I've never gotten into those card games either. I'm not really into RPGs that much. Even card games, regular RPGs, even like Final Fantasy, I've never really been into. I played, my favorite series of all time is Zelda, the Zelda series. So I do have that little slight RPG element in it.
Yeah, a little more adventure
adventure
oriented and stuff too.
So I've always been a huge Nintendo fan, but I used to play a lot more games than I do now too. It's kind of sucks because I'm doing something that I love over here with the 3D printing stuff and YouTube and all that stuff, but I just don't get a chance to play as many games as I want to. Yeah, Link to the Past is one of the most awesome Zelda games. That one's pretty awesome. I think I've played that one probably like 5 times or something like that. Maybe, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It might be more than that. When they
One of the most like sold games too. I mean, it's also been ported and stuff so many times.
Yeah.
I still love me some Wind. I know a lot of people
I was getting your
hated Flappy Bird.
best game ever. They had a I've been using my is that Unlikely's name? Is that Logan? I don't even know. I've been using my Google Cardboard a lot because it's like super fun and it's my only cheap.
Oh, I need to come and mess with that actually.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you bought one, or maybe you told me. I don't remember.
It's pretty fun. Hold on, I messed up my chat. And they had, but I've been messing with that a lot lately, and they have Flappy Bird in Google Cardboard. It was like ridiculous to try to play.
Does the Google Cardboard actually work with others like iOS, or is it just Android based?
No, you can use it on. You can use it. Heather has it on her iPhone. We just use it. You know, Ari loves to play it, so like sometimes Heather will throw her iPhone in there. Sometimes I'll throw my Android in there. It's just fun. There's a lot.
I actually didn't know that.
There's a lot of cool apps on it, and you can get the cardboard kits for super cheap. I think
they're like $40 or $30 or something like that.
If you buy the plain cardboard, it's like $10.
Yeah, it's something crazy cheap.
They have like so many online that have Bluetooth remotes, like on Amazon and stuff, that are just, you know, with the full the straps and everything, so where you can put it on. $20-$30, you know, it's pretty awesome for, you know, how much you're paying for it.
I just want you to go and buy a Vibe so I can come up and play it.
Oh, I would love to get one, dude. My chat is all messed up. Hold on.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Did somebody ask that? Is that you
Heather?
asking Heather?
Yeah. No, Heather asked that. I did ask that.
That's a messed up question. I don't like that question. I don't even know what
is your... Never mind.
I don't have any guilty pleasures lately. I've been so busy with everything. I don't have any, you know, I don't game anymore, really. I would love to game more. I've been playing Rocket League when I get a chance. That's not really a guilty pleasure. That's a fun thing.
No.
I can't even think of anything. Honestly.
The first thing that popped in my head was like TV related.
TV related, yeah. I mean, all the TV that I watch, most everybody, it's like all the popular stuff I watch.
Yeah, because you watch Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and everything, so.
Yeah, and that's like what I have time for, so that's what I watch. You know, and like I said before, I will sit there and watch only half of the storyline because I'm modeling something or doing something else. So.
Yeah.
There goes Heather.
Oh man, I can sing some Katy Perry all day. Like that Teenage Dream CD is one of my favorite CDs. Like,
okay, I try to.
Okay, I love me some.
You love some Katy Perry.
Steph gives me crap all the time about it.
I try to have fun, you know, with my 5-year-old and what she likes. You know, I'm of course gonna. So I'll sing Firework at the top of my lungs in the car. You know. And you know, we went to the father-daughter dance. I totally
want to see that.
Totally danced to Let It Go, the Frozen song, all crazy in the middle of like, you know, 200 people. So
nice.
I'll do that stuff for my daughter.
I feel like that's not really a guilty pleasure though when it comes to like helping your children.
Because it's not like I'm sitting
and you're embarrassing them too, so that's a double, like you win. I mean, I guess you're not embarrassing her yet. She's not at that age, but...
Katy Perry singing straight. I did... This is something I should show you guys sometime. Maybe I'll put it up on my channel once I get a little bit more popular. Some people think it's hilarious. I'm sure people will think it's hilarious now, but I went to E3 back in 2005, I think this was, or it might have been 2004. and it was when American Idol was really big, and this is Kevin. You made me think of this. So American Idol was really big, and they had this American Idol come out on I think it was like the PlayStation 2 or something, and they had Paula Abdul and Randy Jackson were at E3, and they were promoting that game, and they were doing a drawing to like win tickets to go see the one of the finales. It was like season 2 of American Idol or something. So I put my name. I think it was like just put your name in a bowl and they'll draw it out, and you could come up and play the game in front of them, and
nice.
Whoever did the game, or won the game, that's who they were going to give the tickets to. So they go through like 3 people or whatever, and I'm standing in line, and I get up there, and the guy whispers to me, he's like, "Oh, we're going to have you sing too." And this is a crowd of like probably like 400 or 500 people, and
yeah, it's E3,
and yeah, it was at E3, so it was crazy, and of course my friend Jason, he's out in the crowd, and he has a camera, so the song that comes on is Britney Spears' "Hit Me Baby One More Time." So I'm singing this song, and he's recording it in front of Paula Abdul and Randy Jackson, and it's not like I was one of those American Idol people that was purposefully going to do this. I just kind of got put in front of them to do that. So I will
That's awesome.
At some point show that video if you guys are interested.
Heather had a good idea, using it as a special Patreon video, and that'd be genius, honestly.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. People, you can see my American Idol video if you join my Patreon.
I'd pay. Just saying.
Looks cool because it looks like it has pretty awesome. I played. Let me go back and read some of this chat I'm missing. Sparky Face 5. I have not seen. I did subscribe to you. I don't remember seeing a lot of your videos. Does Sparky Face 5 do cool time lapses, CJ? I guess I could ask you yourself. Now nobody's listening to me. I guess there is the delay, so
right.
I'm talking to myself for a second, and then I'm like, "Where's nobody?"
I know, and I'm just like silent, waiting. I can't answer for them. There we go.
You have to watch one. I will watch one. I will definitely watch one.
Add it to the list.
I'll probably, if they're good, I'll probably watch more than one. I usually get on these YouTube benders where I'll just watch. I watch a lot of YouTube. Doing what I'm doing with these logos, I have to watch a lot of YouTube. I will get, like, especially when I'm doing a logo for somebody, I will sit there and watch, like, if they don't have like thousands and thousands of videos, like Reckless Eating, which I couldn't get through all of theirs because they have an insane amount of videos, but I will watch 90% of most people's videos when I'm doing their logos, so I can get as much content out of and as much feeling for the logo that I can out of it. So I love to watch YouTube too. I'll get on just like a bender watching somebody that I've never seen before. Like even last night, Heather and I were watching some of these prank videos, and this guy, I forget who was that, Heather, that we were watching last night. See, sometimes I forget, and then I feel bad for forgetting who it was. They had this fake Android robot, and they pulled up to the drive-through window, and they were just like messing with people because it was a fully like functional like looking Android robot thing, and it was talking to the people, and then its face was blue, and all of a sudden its face would turn red and like scare the crap out of the people at the drive-thru.
Nice.
It was great. You've seen more barfing on YouTube than nerd.
That is very true.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like I'll watch YouTube channels now too, and I'll be like, oh, do I want to do this person's logo? Maybe I should reach out to them because most people that I reach out to, now that I've done so many logos, they'll answer and they'll go, oh, that's cool. That sounds awesome. So it's definitely, like I said, it's a really cool way to meet YouTubers, and just it's so much fun. I don't know.
And I know that you can't really like tell us who it is or anything like that, and that's understandable. But do you have like people lined up for logos? How's that working?
Yeah, I do have a couple lined up already right now, and I try not to line too many up that much, because I don't want to get so many that somebody's waiting forever.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'll line up a lot of the new logos to life, the little black and white ones, because those are easier, and a lot of the smaller channels don't mind waiting as much, and they're not like, oh, who's this guy? Like some of this the bigger channels, they might look at me and go like, oh, this guy wants to do my logo and do this thing for me, and then he's making me wait like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
So I don't try to do that. And CJ, you are lucky, because like I probably will use some clips in yours, and I'll make your video a little bit more crazy than I do most people, because I like you. But I wouldn't normally do that on my new logos to life unless like somebody is really cool. So that's something else. If I'm talking to somebody about new logos to life, and if they're really cool, I'll like spend more time on it. And I know that's kind of mean and stuff, but that's a little secret if you want me to do your logo.
10 people.
Yeah. Let's see, did I miss something? Three D printing. I didn't put 3D printing nerd. Are you talking about my logo or my stream? Nerd chat and Q&A. That's what I put. Just drop the script. I don't remember baiting anybody, unless you guys are talking about each other's videos. Anyways, do you got any more questions for me, Scoobydiesel, Mr. John?
I mean, average time from start to shipping. I mean, I know that we talked about it a little bit, but like, what was your longest project and maybe your shortest project?
Let's see. I think the longest one definitely has to be the Monster Madness one, because I was having so many problems with the blood flow and all that, and working on getting that taken care of was a pain in the ass, really. And also talking with Cinemassacre, they're so busy, and like sometimes when I would email them, it would take a while to get back, because they're got so much going on. So it just took a long time to do that one, and that was probably like 2 or 3 months I was working on that thing. The shortest one, I mean, probably was the DTC reviews one, because I talked to Death Toll. He's the guy that runs DTC reviews. I talked to him. He found me on Periscope. That was like one of the first people that actually found me and asked me to do a logo, which was kind of cool for me, because I was like, oh, this guy's asking me now. I'm not like asking them. So
that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted. That's how I got Reckless Eating too. They asked me also. Because Death Toll is actually, he's one of the Reckless Eating guys. He's actually on the Reckless Eating logo right there in the middle. His didn't take that long, because I designed it to where I wouldn't have to paint a lot, and because I was doing the lighting, it was just basically printing the logo and then putting it together. So it didn't take that long. I think it still turned out really cool, and I like the way that one looks, but I didn't have to do a lot of painting or anything like that. So there's not really an average time of any of them. I mean, it's so varied. I try to stick.
Yeah.
Like lately, with the newer ones, I've been trying to like do it like one per month, just to make it easier on myself, and just to kind of keep it flowing. I don't know. What temperature is Mars? Can you have snowball?
They're really going off in that chat.
Yeah, you guys are funny. Well, as long as they're here, that's all I
As
care
I'm,
about.
s- yeah, as I'm snacking down on some delicious grape tomatoes. One other question is, when you're working on that, I mean, obviously you're sitting there and you're working. You know, you get a little appetite. What's your favorite snack? We know that you've had some bacon here and there.
Yeah, lately my favorite snack is bacon because I'm trying to low carb diet again. So, um, I don't eat a lot of snacks when I'm working. Sometimes I actually will forget to eat because I'm just in here, like especially when I'm editing or something. I'll just sit there and then all of a sudden I'll be like super starving and I like have to come out and emerge. So I don't really eat a lot of snacks. I'll just come out of the room and I'll be like, Heather, did you make me anything to eat? I'll have her bring
I
me
need
something.
food.
Who would win? in a
What about
tickle
drinks?
fight?
Oh,
Travis or Scooby?
I'm pretty ticklish. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not really ticklish at all, so I think I might take that one.
I lose.
10-3.
What about drink? I mean, do you forget to drink too, or
No,
you got your
I usually have a lot
your
of
coffee
water.
at all times?
I usually have a lot of
That's
water,
healthy.
drink coffee. Sometimes I'll have a beer or something. Some scotch. I know, not for the kids. Don't drink. Especially you, CJ, you impressionable boy. Yeah, I'm trying to parent him again. Oh man.
We've got an hour and a half, and I have one more main question for you. So I think I did pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. An hour and a half is pretty good. I might have to.
And obviously, we could still geek talk and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that good stuff.
We'll definitely keep talking for a while, but I'm not going to go 4 hours like I have been the last couple of weeks. I got some stuff to do for the video release
I
tomorrow.
think Steph would kill me.
So, ask your last question, and then we can move on to some other stuff. I'm going to ask you some questions.
That'd be creepy.
Creepy.
So, I don't know. We've kind of talked about the equipment, websites that you go to, programs you go to. So, with that all in mind, what would you tell someone that's trying to get into 3D modeling or printing?
Would I tell someone? With 3D modeling, I mean, I would just basically say stick to free programs at first. Don't get all freaked out on like trying to use like the top end software, and just take it slow. And 3D modeling is there's so much to it that if you start with something basic and just move into pushing and pulling polygons, just start out with like a basic cube and do easy stuff at first, and just watch a lot of tutorials on whatever program that you decide to use, and YouTube is your friend in that situation. Get into 3D printing. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask about that, because I got into 3D printing in such a weird way that it was just kind of it just kind of hit me, and I was there, and I didn't have to go through all the like picking out my first 3D printer and trying to see like which 3D printers are the best. And so I don't actually look at a lot of 3D printers these days. I use the ones that I have, and then that's why it's weird when I've recently got into a lot of 3D printing YouTube channels, and it's different for me because I watch all these guys like Joel and Angus from Maker's Muse and all stuff, and these guys are like so smart with their 3D printing, and they know all the 3D printing industry stuff, and I'm just not at that point. I use my 3D printing for artwork, so it's like a completely different thing. That's why that question is kind of difficult for me. So,
So I mean, on that same, I mean, you kind of brought up a few people. Is there anybody you would really recommend people check out besides obviously your YouTube channel? Is there any other channels you would tell people like these are need to sees
I mean,
when it comes to 3D printing? Obviously, I mean,
all these guys probably know, but anybody watching afterwards, Barnacules was one of the main Barnacules Nerdgasm. That was one of the main channels that I started with when I was watching. He's actually the guy who got me into the Ultimaker, and I really love his show. He actually doesn't do a lot of 3D printing. He does a bunch of other stuff too. He's just a nerdy guy and a really awesome dude. That's how I found Joel though, through him. So it kind of extended. I really love Joel's channel, the 3D printing nerd channel. I found so many 3D printing channels through that avenue. Maker's Muse, the Hot End, CJ's channel, of course. Always. And now Sparky Face 5. I'm gonna go check out his channel. I honestly love every 3D printing channel that I've found so far. I haven't found like a bad one.
nice cover there.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I do like seriously like with all doing these logos and stuff. I don't really have a bias. I almost love like every YouTube channel that I've watched. I don't know that I've like found like a bad YouTube channel. Maybe something that's like super boring that they're just like showing.
By the way, that's a girl, not a guy.
That they're just oh, that's a girl. Now now I feel bad. There's a girl that's doing 3D printing channel. So now I'm like you derailed me. You guys derailed me. That's awesome. I didn't know that. See, now I have to go watch that channel. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm not. See that's just what happens. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. There's like so many men in 3D printing. There's not a lot of women, so there's two of them. See, I'm just now getting into all these 3D printing channels. That's the thing. I hadn't been into any of these channels before. And it's not necessarily because I didn't like them or anything. I just didn't. I was on such a ride with Cinemassacre and doing all this other stuff, and then I got once I met Dame Drops and I got into all those foodie guys. That sounds kind of funny. I got into all the foodie channels. I just took that path. I just have gone where this course has taken me. So I haven't really. I didn't really ever look into 3D printing channels. I watched some tutorials and stuff, and like I said, Barnacules was the first one. So YouTube is kind of taking me on a ride, like wherever it goes, I'm just following. So it's just fun. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going where it takes me.
Awesome.
And I apologize for that. Girls do rock. I live with two girls.
What about Peach and Daisy?
Oh, I live with 4 women. Actually.
There you go. Don't forget them.
The 2 cats. I am the only male in my household.
You need to get like a lizard or something that's a male.
Something. Oh wait, is our beta fish might be a male, maybe. Heather?
No, is beta fish usually female?
I don't know.
I mean, I could be totally wrong on that, but for some reason I think most beta are females.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, you guys are fun. I love doing these live streams. Anybody that watches, I enjoy, and I'm glad you guys are here and hanging out with me. And beta fish are usually female. There you go. So I have
Bam.
all these females in the house. Ours is just named Redbeard. Yeah, because that's our 5-year-old name.
Redbeard?
Yeah, Redbeard. Our last beta fish was named Bluebeard.
That's so random.
That was all Ari. It's just the last one was blue and this one's red.
Hey, it works. I mean, yeah.
If we would have named him, it probably would, or named her, it probably would have been some kind of video game name. So
Rosalina or something.
something. Yeah, I already went through all the Zelda names. I guess there's a lot more, but the main ones.
What's the stupid Twinkle or what was that? Tinkle?
Tingle.
I don't remember. Tingle. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that wasn't really
Hated that one.
a girl.
Well, no. I mean, I don't know what it was, but
Like
it was
kind of
creepy.
Cross-dressing little dude.
It was something.
Weird guy. Oh man. So you done with your questions, John?
Yeah, that's all my 3D printing Travis oriented questions.
Those were really good, man. That took us on a good ride, I think.
It was almost 2 hours. I mean, with of course obvious fluff in there. So
Yeah.
hey, that's better than none.
Now that you guys are chatting with yourselves again, do you guys have any other questions, or just stuff that you guys want to talk about? I'll wait for the delay to go through.
I'll eat more of these tomatoes. I love tomatoes.
I like your logo for CJ, Kevin.
Fluff is the best. It's how I've made it this far in school.
Hey, dude, CJ, Kevin's I think is gonna be better than mine. That looks awesome. We got to think of a topic to talk about. I'm trying to think of what we haven't covered. It's like talking about 3D printing all the time is awesome, and I love it. I think we should talk about something geeky though.
I mean, there's TV, movies,
Yeah.
books, games.
I have not
Comics.
seen a lot of movies
Books.
lately. I have at least in the theater. I've seen some movies at home, but I think the last movie I saw in the theater might have been Star Wars, which is pretty sad because
Which just came out on Blu-ray, so
there's a lot of amazing movies that have come out that I haven't seen in the theater yet.
yeah, because I know you didn't see Deadpool, because we talked about that, which I obviously liked, but I also try and turn my camera so you can see my nice custom-made Deadpool poster up there by Rob. I probably should leave instead of moving the camera with the delay. But yeah, I love Deadpool. It was a great movie.
Yeah, I really.
And Steph actually liked it too.
I really want to see that, and I really want to see Cloverfield. And I mean, there's a lot of movies. I love movies in general. You know, yeah, Deadpool. See, everybody says Deadpool was awesome, and I'm so mad that I haven't seen it. Let's see. Are you thinking about trying airbrushing? I am thinking about trying airbrushing. Actually, I really want to try it out, but I just don't have the time right now to go out and get all the stuff. I really don't know how to get into it, so I definitely is something that I'm very open to, and I think I've seen a lot of cool 3D prints that have been done with airbrushing. So I'm definitely open to it. I just gotta have the time to mess with it and to get the materials and stuff. So I know you saw Cloverfield and you said it was awesome. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also a little biased because I've met the director several times, and I mean, I was there when he debuted his first short film at Comic-Con a few years back, Dan Trachtenberg. I personally loved it. My wife ended up loving it until the end. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it, but she was a little unhappy with the ending, but that also goes into spoilers because of certain tastes she has, I guess you'd say too. So
yeah, I hate spoilers. I hate when people throw stuff out in the middle of something. That's what I
love
feel like. I feel like if I was in a big live stream with like lots of people, I would not even talk about this stuff because I know there'll be somebody that would just throw stuff out in the middle of the chat.
That's true too.
The last movie rented from Redbox was Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, I did not watch that one. Road Chip.
Yeah, and that's like number 4 or something, right? They've made 4 of those or 5 of them.
Something like that.
Because the first one, the Squeakquel, Chipwrecked, and then Road Chip, I think. So 4. Good. I might be missing one.
Yeah.
But I've only seen the first one, and I only saw it because of my old work.
It's funny how you knew all the names.
Yep.
Guilty pleasures there.
I saw Zootopia as well in theaters, which
yep.
I can't wait for you to see that. I mean, talking about kids' movies, but that's great for everybody. The world they made in that movie, we may have only got just a little sliver of it, but man, I really, really loved and appreciated the world and like the animation. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting the delay. I can hear you like way before because I have you directly coming out of my computer, so and everybody answers all late.
Yeah, and I have you through my thingy.
Crap, what I was gonna... I had something in my mind that I was gonna say and I completely forgot. I'm like so zapped right now because I'm getting ready for this release tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be kind of crazy because Joel's channel has such a rabid 3D printing fan base that I think it's just gonna go really well. I'm hoping. So I'm nervous and excited at the same time.
Ex Machina was amazing. We actually saw that together.
Yeah.
Or I saw it with you.
I really liked that movie. Yeah, so
and Steph even liked that.
Yeah, because that one was out in Redbox, so I've definitely seen. I usually see a lot of movies from Redbox. We watched it.
The animation stuff was so amazing.
Yeah, it's just so crazy. Like the blending animation with the real world stuff was just really done well.
Everything that movie's almost. I hate to say it, kind of, but I'd say the movie's near perfect. I really liked it. I own it, and then I've also even watched it on Amazon on demand. I think it was.
Oh, nice! I didn't know you watched it so many more times. We had watched it once before you guys came, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta watch this movie again. Let's watch it."
Yeah, I think I've seen it 3 times. I mean, not like dedicated, sat there and watched it, but I've put it on the TV a few times. It was one of the first things I put on the TV for my when I think Steph was at work, but when I was like calibrating.
Yeah, this
TV.
guy has a giant 4K TV. I am
75-inch 4K Sony TV. So like I put that on there, and I mean, it looked amazing. And obviously it's not even a 4K 4K film, but I mean, it still looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean that thing up converts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still.
But I mean, upconvert isn't.
Yeah, I know, but it still probably looked amazing on your 4K 75-inch TV.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Have you seen Mad Max yet? I mean, I know that's a little older, I guess now.
Yeah, I saw Mad Max. I really like I just really like the overall effects in that movie. Just were pretty crazy. The story,
yeah, the visuals were amazing.
Is super weird because it's Mad Max, and like I couldn't even watch the original Mad Max because it was so weird.
I've always liked the series. I mean, my dad and I used to watch it. That's why that was actually the last movie my dad and I saw before he passed away.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, so Fury Road's probably gonna always be like close to my heart for other reasons besides being one of the best chick flicks I've ever seen and being one of the most visually stunning movies I've seen. George Miller had a great comeback with that film.
See, now I have to... See, I want to watch that stuff. There's a lot of older movies that I haven't seen.
Well, and there's cheesy, like, because the first Mad Max wasn't nearly as cheesy either. But, like, Beyond Thunderdome and Was it Road Warrior, or was Road Warrior the first one? Honestly, I'm getting that all mixed up now.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
the first one was definitely a little less crazy, and then they went a little more overboard as time went on with the sequels too.
Yeah, the new one was definitely pretty insane. Putting on any movie like that, where I just enjoy like seeing like the color, like the color, and like the.
My headphones just died, so
I was like,
it might get
I was like,
crazy.
what happened? Yeah, it's hella feedback. Yeah, it's hella feedback. Well, technical difficulties.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, do you got other headphones now? No, he's not hearing me because he's not more.
Hello.
Hey.
Turn
Who's
Bluetooth off.
leaving? Logan's leaving. Talk to you later, man. Thanks for joining us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I haven't used this headset in for days, but my Beats just died, so I need to charge them.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, any movie, like those new movies that are crazy, like with color and just like, I just enjoy watching the effects and.
That's why I know the Zootopia you're gonna love too, and obviously with the 3D elements to it. I mean,
yeah, I've always been a very visual person. Anything that I love story and I love just movie making in general. But any visuals have always been my I'm an artist, obviously. I just love seeing things and how it like colors and I've always been a big graphics person. I love my gaming stuff to be like all crazy. I love everything HD and like I'm so upset that I don't have a 4K TV.
I know I'm still shocked that I got one before you. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it sucks.
doesn't suck for me.
But that's why I'm like so interested in the Vive too. I just like want to immerse myself in that world and just like I can imagine doing so many just even creative things in there. The Tilt Brush Pro app alone just looks like I could spend probably a week in it, just weeks straight, like not even coming out, just eating, painting stuff in that program just looks so crazy. You gotta check that out if you haven't seen it.
The only thing I've seen for like videos for Vive and VR in general that I've really watched lately, because I kind of want to go in blind whenever I do get to go again, because it's been a while. I mean, we both messed with the Oculus a few years back, but things have come drastic way since then. But actually tying it in with movies too, I watched the IGN's reaction to playing the Paranormal Activity game walkthrough deal. Oh man, that was pretty awesome. I would totally do that, and I would scream like a little girl, and my wife would laugh at me.
Yeah, I can imagine playing anything horror inside that, like just like watching anything horror. Like I there was a Insidious app on the Google Cardboard one, and I was like I couldn't even get in there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, hell no. It just feels so real. It's like so insane. Like you've never experienced anything like that, because especially if you have headphones or something on there, it feels like you're there. Even in the cardboard, the crappy resolution and everything is just like so immersive. It's crazy.
And that's the other thing with VR. I mean, besides playing games or even using programs, I mean, the idea of your own little movie theater, or I mean, there's so many little things that they can do with that. I know a lot of people don't like or ignore, I guess, the idea of like a travel agent using VR, but to me that's amazing. Like that's a gimmick or whatever they want to say, but to be able to put on a VR unit and like see what you're getting into, like to be able to walk around to the ship or the airplane,
and be able
or even like the streets of London. I mean, before you go or to decide if you want to go, that's amazing. That's beautiful.
It's so insane to me. I can just imagine like having like a whole Disneyland VR experiences for like people that could never get there or something. Just like I mean, they could sell that. They could market the hell out of that. You know, like
Oh yeah, that you just blew my mind a little bit with that. Actually, I mean, Disney should be all on that. And I mean, I don't know exactly how you would do it, but I mean, say with like a Disney VR game or whatever you want to call it. Think about people that aren't usually allowed to get on or can't physically get on rides or
yeah,
something like
exactly.
that. I mean, my dad wasn't able to usually do rides, um, so like to see people be able to still kind of experience it by putting it on and getting into that world. I mean,
Well,
that's awesome. I mean,
well,
that's kind of like
and
Ready
in
Player One.
and in the ride stuff too, it doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be made like into a game. It doesn't have to be modeled. It doesn't have to be. They have the 360-degree cameras and stuff.
Yeah,
Now. It's like you could
they
record
can
all
just
of
go
that.
and film somebody doing it,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
let you be that person. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me.
And then I can be like, yeah, honey, I know you really want to go on that death drop crazy world record loop to loop thing, but I saw in VR. I'm gonna sit over here while you do that. Have fun. Love you.
It's so insane to me. Like even on the Google Cardboard, like you put on like a roller coaster app, or like there was this one that's like a swing app, and I actually will feel like I'm falling especially if I'm standing up or something. It makes you feel like you're gonna fall over. It's
Yeah.
so crazy how immersive and how like real it feels. Just like being able to look anywhere and like in full 3D and stuff. They had this one that I was watching. It was on some, I forget what the app was, but it was on this Discovery app or something like that, where they recorded a balloon going up into the upper atmosphere, and it just like showed it going all the way, and it was just like such an amazing experience just to look around and be able to see that, because you know you're never going to be able to see that in your life, you know. um, just like floating out there, it feels, you know.
Yeah.
I can't even explain it. If you haven't seen it, you just need to get a Google Cardboard at least and try it out.
Well, I think that has made me
What's up, Jeremy?
decide that you need to go ahead and hurry up and get a Vive then.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to do that. I don't know how, but I'm going to definitely try that.
So I'm just gonna throw out there with estimated shipping, it's $829.
Yeah,
Just saying.
The crazy thing that I've thought about too is that my beast of a computer that could actually run it is in my office, and I have no room to do that here.
That's why we move it to the front room when I come to visit. Just don't tell Heather.
That's other. I want to go on. I gotta read some of this stuff. I'm missing everything. There's so many American accents. I like some, but not others. I'm a huge fan of New York accent. You guys are all talking to each other. You guys are completely ignoring us. I know you are. Travis, you need a third Skype mate. CJ wants to get on my stream so badly.
Is that who you said's going on next week?
Yeah, next week, CJ. I will get your model and your 3D print done, so you will be on for sure. Even if I have to wait until Friday to stream or whatever. I'm surprised by how cheap the glasses are. Yeah, they're pretty crazy how cheap they are. Everybody should have one if they want to mess around with VR at all. It's cheap enough. Yeah, you guys are talking to each other. Now me and John are just chatting and having fun. Oh, man. I haven't had any bacon. Where's my bacon? Has Heather still watching?
I don't know. I had mentioned the Heather, but I didn't see her comment. So
One step closer to YouTube famous. I told you, man, I'm not even YouTube famous yet, so you can't get YouTube famous until I do, CJ, and then
Right.
I'll help you out. You don't have any bacon made?
how dare you, Heather?
How can this be the flaming bacon stream if there's no bacon made? I guess we have to wait until Heather cooks some bacon until we can end.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's like, seriously? She's like, get up there.
She's like, I'm totally gonna kick him when I see him.
Pretty much. So Sparky Face 5 is a girl, and she lives in Australia.
Correct.
That's what I'm getting. Okay. And I need to watch her channel because it's awesome, right?
That is also correct, even though I have not seen it, but I'm going to say correct.
Let's race to 20k subs. Loser by the winner of
That's awesome.
Oh, I would totally take that, CJ.
I have no idea how many CJ has,
I think I got a bigger head start than you know. Hey, Bacon. Is there one piece? Okay.
She bring you one piece.
This is gonna be the saddest bacon that I've ever had on this. It still looks actually pretty good though. Here. No, that I don't think you can really have sad bacon. I don't know. I've never really had sad bacon. When it's burnt, I don't like it. But here's my my bacon for the night. I don't know if you guys can see yet. No, I can't see it. So oh, there it is. There's my bacon for the night.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit. Oh, on the second camera, I see it more.
And now my bacon is gone.
Goodbye, bacon. You will be missed.
I have to eat bacon on this stream every time now.
Yeah, you totally should keep that up, like, or like try to find a way to even like include bacon in every video, like even if it's hidden, I guess, in the time lapse. Just make sure you leave it there for a little bit so it does show up. You know, that'd be awesome.
I did put a bacon thing in my the video for Joel just for that.
Yeah,
just for
I saw the bacon time or whatever.
I try to do that stuff in my videos, and yes, CJ, it was cooked. It was really good.
I also like my bacon more crispy.
You like it like burned or just like
I definitely like it crispy. I don't know if I'd say burned, but I definitely like it. Like I love when the fat is still crispy also.
That definitely it was my. I will admit that it was my worst bacon that I've had on stream, but.
Sneaky bacon time lapse brought to you by Pyro Design.
Yeah, I try to sneak stuff into my videos like that sometimes. It's just fun because like only certain people will know what I'm doing, and it's just like it's just fun to throw that little thing in for just those certain people. Because I spend so much time on those videos anyways, so it's like, why not throw these little things in? It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cooler, I think.
Well, I always love like looking to see like if I pop up on one of the cameras or like if something I send you or something you open it if it pops up on camera, like just stuff like that. Like
oh dude, there's always stuff like that. I told myself I have to be careful with that because sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm like modeling something and just like the little chat window pops up in the corner. Oh.
I mean, it's like, oh man, did you want to help me hide this body? I mean, it's decaying in the back of the car, so really need some help.
Yeah, it's so fast.
1 week later, the cops find out.
Message not sent. What are you guys talking about? You've been sending too many messages. That's great. I've gotten that before. I think Heather got that last time, yeah.
Oh, in the chat room or something?
Yeah, well, if you're typing too much in the YouTube chat room, it'll tell you you've been sending too many messages, and it makes you wait.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I mean, obviously not for us in this situation because we need people to talk to us. We're
Yeah,
so
I imagine
lonely.
it being good in like a chat room that has 100 people in it. I get my crowd of 10 to 20, and I like it. It's intimate.
It's intimate. Things could get weird, but we'll change the subject now.
You know what I mean.
So we've talked a little bit movies, a little bit of games. Anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, message on the Wii that you've been playing for a long time. You should take a break. That was always funny to me. I'm not going back to the Vive, but that reminds me of everybody that I've seen play that thing gets like totally like drenched in sweat and like just like completely like freaked out, and like especially if they're playing a horror game, like when Barnacules was playing it, he looked like he was gonna die afterwards. I know that thing is gonna kill people. I know
Right.
that VR is going to like take people out.
Yeah, I'm sad to say, like, I guarantee you there's going to be some type of situation where we're going to have lawsuits and we're going to need warnings because somebody, like, forgot that there was the cords and they tripped over it and they impaled themselves through their coffee table or tripped down their stairs for some reason. Like, I don't know, something crazy is going to happen. And
I'm sure a lot of stuff is going to happen. I mean,
yeah.
look even when the Wii came out, and just motion controls and people throwing their controls into their TVs,
Yep.
stupid stuff like that. There's going to be so much retarded stuff. All right, what were we talking about in the chat again? You guys are always talking to each other. The Virtual Boy. Yeah, I actually owned a Virtual Boy for a while. I used to have a pretty good, as CJ would say, retro game collection because he didn't grow up with that stuff. It's funny to me. It's funny.
I was too poor for one back then.
It's funny to call stuff retro. I didn't even I didn't have it until I was in my 20s, so I didn't have it when it came out. I bought it because I thought it was cool, and I guess it was retro then, so it was even retro to me at that point because I had never played
That'd be something amazing to get that's like still in the box. I don't even know if, if they, I mean, that's probably still a possibility, I guess, but that would be cool.
Yeah, and I would love to have any of that stuff in the box. I owned a, what was it? Ocarina of Time, the gold N64 cartridge with the box. And
oh, yeah.
For the longest time, and I'm so sad that I got rid of that one. Because
that still sells for pretty good on eBay.
They
even
sell forever or for so much money. I had like this awesome game collection, but I went to college and I was like, oh, we got to pay for college, and even back then all that stuff I sold for at least I don't know, I don't even remember how much the total amount was, but it was over $1,000 I had of stuff. Just it might have been a couple grand, I don't know. It was a lot of stuff. I had every system imaginable. And now, ever since, I've been selling stuff to try to keep up with buying all this other
stuff. I'm always giving you crap for selling.
Yeah, I sometimes I have to, especially like when I want something really bad. I want a 3D printer. I had to sell a bunch of stuff to get that. So, and hopefully that will work out in the end, and it will. I've already made so much money back from that first 3D printer that I bought. Just even. I did Make XYZ, which is kind of like 3D hubs where you have people have you print out 3D prints for them, and they'll come pick them up, or you send them to them. And I did that for a while, and I was making sometimes $100, $200 a pop for each print.
Nice.
So that turned out to be a little bit too difficult because people were some people were really weird. It's kind of like Craigslist, where you have people asking you for the most random stuff and to prototype all these like crazy things and stuff. And it got too many people were doing that, and I was like, what? I don't have time for this. Just in general, a 3D printer can just make so many things. You can make, all my GoPro mounts are 3D printed. That's like, hundreds of dollars right there. I've printed shelves. I've printed, random stuff for around the house. It just saves money all the time to own a 3D printer. So anybody that doesn't own, and even if you don't know how to 3D model or stuff, a lot of stuff even all the GoPro mounts and all that stuff, I just get off of Thingiverse. So I know.
Yeah, you make it sound so easy that one of these days maybe I'll get one, but I need the money.
It's easy and it's not easy. I mean, in a sense, it's easy to just turn on a 3D printer and download a file and put it in there and hit start. But there's so many other little things that can go wrong in such a simple process that's where people run into a lot of problems. So. I did see your Joel koozie, CJ. It's pretty funny. Are you guys gonna Start out with the one. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. It's a $400 3D printer. A lot of people start out with that one. So it's not very bad. Or it's not a lot of money for a 3D printer. Yeah, exactly. You know, you get an odd job from a friend or something to pay for filament. You know, sometimes even on my new logos, I've started offering. I'll do the black and white one for any YouTuber that wants it. Any new YouTuber that wants the black and white 3D printed logo, and I do that for free. I don't charge anybody for that. But if somebody, you know, in that situation wants it painted, like TNA wanted it painted, so I just, you know, I charged them a little bit of money, got a couple rolls of filament. Helps me out, and they get a cooler print, so they get a cooler logo. So it's definitely a lot of money to be made with 3D printers if you can work it right. They do kind of pay for themselves.
I mean, there's plenty of stuff that you've printed that I'm like, oh, I would totally print that. I mean, even the little stand for like your beta fish. I mean, that was random, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I print stuff for all over the house. Like even our coat hangers are hands that stick out of the wall, and I think stuff like that is just awesome because it just makes it's cool and it's, you know, unique. And when people come and see it, they want to learn about 3D printing and stuff. So it's just a neat way to start talking about it. It's like a conversation starter. Saying that I owned a virtual boy sounds very... You would think that, Jeremy.
I didn't even think about that.
She's sleeping on you again, Heather. I didn't watch Yokai Watch with her. Now I have to watch Yokai Watch tomorrow.
Dun, dun, dun.
How is Yokai Watch, Heather? You've watched it a couple times.
She's like, oh, help me.
I don't. To me, it just like seems like some kind of new age Pokemon. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how old it is.
And that's the other thing. If it's, I mean, not actually an American cartoon, it still might be a few years old as is.
Yeah, who knows? It's all that stuff on Netflix. I have no idea.
Which, like, I know that you're not really the biggest fan of it, but did you see the little talks of the live action Pokemon movie?
I saw a little bit of stuff about it. I hate being a Nintendo fan that I'm not like the hugest Pokemon fan. Like, I love Pokemon like in Smash Bros. And just as like Nintendo characters, and I think Pokeballs are cool, and I love the
you just never played the games,
I just
really.
have never played the games, yeah.
I think if a live action movie does happen, I feel like this might be one of those few video games to movies that they could do good, because like that live action Super Bowl trailer for Pokemon Go, or it just might have been the Pokemon 20th year anniversary deal, but that trailer was amazing, especially the full length one. But just to think like what we would get with a full length film and live action, I mean, to see that if they pay for it and they actually have like amazing graphics for that, oh man.
Yeah, Nintendo's been needing to get into stuff like that for a long time. They've been needing to do some kind of movies with their franchises.
Look at Nintendo and Sony. They're both in it. Or not Nintendo, Sony and Microsoft. I mean, you had Halo Fall of Reach or whatever, and you have the Ratchet and Clank stuff. I mean, both companies are in it. Nintendo just needs to back it back up. Which it's funny because, you know, Pokemon's a huge TV series. So why not a live action movie?
Hold on, I have to stop. Kevin, that's awesome. The Wizard, I know. I own a Power Glove. I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Nice.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies. So, Pokemon, or Yokai Watch is the Disney version of Pokemon, huh? The first 151 Pokemon are the only Pokemon.
It stopped at Mewtwo. Or Mew. I forget who was... Mewtwo was 51, I think. I forget now. Man, I'm not gonna lie. That first animated movie was amazing. I mean, obviously, I was a little younger then. I mean, how long ago? I mean, that might have been over 10 years ago, even 2000, or I don't remember. But that first movie, man, that whole stone scene, that was so sad.
The first animated Pokemon movie.
Yeah,
See, I've never seen that either. I've never seen any of those. I don't even think I've watched a full. Then they had a lot of Pokemon episodes. I don't think I've ever watched that either.
I really enjoyed it. It was a pretty good. I mean, obviously, I was also a fan as is, but
That's why when Ari started watching this Yokai Watch thing, I was like, can't we find old Pokemon episodes to watch? If she wants to watch this kind of stuff, I think I'd rather watch that.
yeah.
Get her into that instead.
Well, they have all the Pokemon stuff online, I believe.
I try to skew what my kid watches to my benefit. You actually do own a Power Glove, CJ? That's awesome. Or Kevin, sorry. I did not call you CJ. I am sorry for that. And CJ, I did not mean to say that Kevin was not you because I'm I hate you guys both.
The first Pokemon movie came out November 10th, 1999 in the United States. That's crazy. That's way
came out in
longer than yeah, that's way older than I even thought it was.
What's up, Joel? We've been in here chatting for like 2 hours already.
Almost 2.5.
Yeah, almost 2.5 hours. We chatted about 3D printing and about movies and about games, all kinds of stuff. You have literally 30 seconds. Well, I'm glad you stopped by for the 30 seconds, man.
Stop.
I know you got to get to work on that stuff that we're doing tomorrow, man. I got to actually get off here pretty soon and do it too.
I got to eat a peanut butter sandwich soon.
Oh man. I don't know. It's a secret. Nobody knows about it now. We haven't talked about it whatsoever. Except for every other sentence.
Right? We have not talked about anything except for what was the whole last hour and a half about?
No. CJ's actually seen my video already. He's excited about that. He watched it 3 times.
I'm excited for it. I mean, that was probably like I said, my favorite one in probably period.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else are we going to talk about now? We've covered
one thing I just want to kind of like mention. It's still games, but Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead whatever. I am so excited for that.
See you later, Joel.
Take it easy, Joel.
Oh wait, Jeremy's asking something. Hold on. But as a present to anybody that doesn't know already, what are you talking about? I know this isn't related, but as a present to anybody that doesn't already know. I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy. Keep going. You left dots on the end. I guess you're still talking. You feel like it's an honor to be called CJ. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you guys love each other so much. I love you guys too.
Oh yes, the $1 Jimmy John's, which I'm not even. I don't have a Jimmy John's within an hour. I have to go like almost 2 hours to get one.
$1 Jimmy John's? Is it gonna be like a freaking 50?
It's gonna be insane.
Line? Yeah.
Which I just was talking about that yesterday too. Like,
are they doing any of their sandwiches, or is it just like a certain one or something?
I didn't look. I'm guessing it's like their cheaper menus or something. I don't think the gargantuan or something's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know. But man, I could go for one of those right now with some bacon on it.
Bacon. Yeah, the
gonna have to tell Steph.
Alright, so let's see what we're going back to. You were talking about Red Dead.
Yeah, have you seen have you heard anything about that lately?
The new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Somebody leaked out the or well, we don't know if it's real because we found out that all that NX stuff was, fan made as is. But
Oh, I'm sure.
the leaked map is hinting at it being a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. Who knows if it's before Red Dead Revolver, which most people forget about Red Dead Revolver as is and think it's just Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. But man, I am so excited for that, and to think that Rockstar has been, working on this for. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's been what, 4 years since GTA 5 came out or something.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
It was before Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So 3 or 4 years. I mean, I forget how long it's been, but I mean, that will be a day one purchase for me, and I can't tell you the last day one purchase game I bought.
Yeah.
And now, if I don't know if I'll have time to play it, but having it sit there in my collection, at least, I'll be happy.
Yeah, you still have a collection. I have like 5 games.
I've been doing more digital stuff though too. Well, especially since I'm sharing with friends and whatnot as well, which I love. Like even PlayStation, I found out that I can do the sharing deal on PS4. Yeah. So like I started Firewatch the other day. I only played the first day or whatever scenario it is, and I know it's a very short game, but I'll probably play some more like tomorrow.
Did anybody play that Doom beta? It's freaking! I was just finally checking out the first images I saw for that. It looks pretty insane.
I've heard it's fun, but I heard that it isn't anything crazy new, and apparently there's not too many game modes. But obviously it's a beta, so we don't know either. But it's also not my cup of tea, so I haven't looked too much into it.
Doom is not. Yeah. I should do a beer YouTube channel. No, you should do a beer YouTube channel, Jeremy. You need to get your.
I think that's what he said.
Channel going up. Did he say that?
Yeah.
So Travis, should I do a beer? Yeah, you should definitely do a beer YouTube channel, brewing something. And then when I get bigger, I can bring you on my show and get you subscribers. Hopefully.
Bam, done deal.
Done. My friend and I are building a portable GameCube. That's awesome. GameCube is already pretty portable. Yeah. That is true. I've seen a couple of those. I've always thought a portable GameCube would be amazing because the discs were so small. They're like perfect for that anyways. I don't know why they didn't do it in the first place. They should have done that instead of like the DS or something.
Well, I mean the NX. I mean all those rumors, and I mean the leaked stats or whatever you want to say, all leading to some type of portableness. Mm-hmm. But I still don't think they're going to fully kill, like, say, the DS line. I feel like Nintendo is going to walk that little fine line somehow. Well, I don't know how.
It's funny, too, because when the DS first came out, they were like, oh, this is another line. It's not like our main portable.
Yeah. They tried to have the Game Boy Advance, or I forget which one it was. It was Game Boy Advance, right, at the time?
Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
They were like, we'll have both of them.
Yeah, because I remember back one of the first E3s I went to, that's when they released the DS. I actually got to play that with the that E3 is amazing. If you guys ever get a chance to go to E3, the guy that did the Mario voice, he was there doing like the demo for the Game Boy Advance or the DS. The very first DS when it came out. It was so cool to see that. He did like the announcement and everything.
What do you guys think of all the YouTube drama? Which I'm not a big YouTube person overall, to be honest with you. So I don't have any idea on this.
CJ, yeah. I've seen a lot of stuff about that lately. I saw PewDiePie's video, and then I saw Boogie's video, and then I saw Dame's video. And everybody's talking about it. I'm like, why is everybody talking about drama? Like, just, I don't even really get it, because I didn't see like why PewDiePie released that video in the first place. So I'm kind of like not in the know on what exactly caused all of it to start. I know about it, but I don't know what caused it to start. Do you know, CJ? Now we have to wait. We're gonna wait for CJ because he wants to be in the show anyway. So I'm gonna sit here and just wait until he ends.
Welcome to the show, CJ. The spotlight's on you.
Come on, CJ. Everybody's
No
waiting
pressure.
for you. See, now he's camera shy or chat shy, or he left again. He's missing the plot again. Me and my friend used the port. Used Superboy and made any SMS program. Yeah. So Kevin's answering instead of CJ. You're answering about the YouTube drama. Is that what you're answering about, Kevin? I hate the delay, man. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I like Heather's message.
yeah, now she's
The
like,
Jeopardy music.
yeah, because I was like sitting there waiting for CJ, so he could just be seeing that right now, like us waiting around for.
No, yeah, I think it's almost a minute delay.
That's
Or
crazy.
when I was paying attention
I don't
earlier.
think it's that bad. Let's see.
No, it's like 36 seconds. Or I don't know. I'm throwing out numbers now.
Hold on. 17, 18 seconds. All right, here we go. Here's what CJ said. There was this fake allegation that Toby Turner sexually assaulted this girl, and it sparked a bunch of arguments. It is everywhere. Yeah, I have seen some of it.
So who's Toby Turner?
Tobuscus. See, for what I do, I should really be up on all this stuff because doing all these YouTube logos, I need to like get in with all these YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't know. I follow like, I don't know, 10 channels or something like that.
Job for a while to know what was all happening on YouTube.
It kind of sounds like a little bit of Gamergate leaking into YouTube now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to a lot of it. I've seen some of the videos, and I'm like, okay, everybody's talking about drama, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I really like Dame's video about it. If you haven't seen that one, if you're thinking about watching the stuff about drama, it's just Dame was just talking about how YouTube is just a thing, and you know everybody's talking about how YouTube's changing, but it's just growing, and stuff changes as it grows, and that's just how life is. So to stop tripping about it, basically. I really like Dame's attitude. Attitude.
Blah. CJ, sadly, we're not, but maybe I will go and subscribe.
Yeah, my world of YouTube's pretty. I don't know. It's getting bigger. Like, it's definitely gonna get bigger too, because like the more people I talk to, the more logos that I do, the more YouTubers I get to know. So, with what I'm doing, I kind of don't have a choice but to kind of go on the ride of YouTube and see what's all going on. So I don't really have a choice of it being small. I mean, it with everybody that I've met, they've all been awesome, and I haven't really run into anybody that's caused me drama yet. I'm not looking forward to if that does happen. But
yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be looking forward to it. So
yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for that first person to give me crap, or something. Just or tell me I'm like horrible. I still haven't had any, like, a lot of people say that what I'm doing is bad or anything. Like, I haven't been like, oh, you suck or something like that. I haven't had any of that, so I'm not looking forward to any of that. I think as you get bigger, any channel is gonna get some of that. So there's always haters.
yeah, I mean, no matter what field or situation or whatever it is, there's going to be people who hate stuff.
Yeah, it does seem very true about the maker community, Kevin. It's it's been one of the most accepting. I don't know. I kind of I can't say it's been one of the most accepting too, because the foodie community was also really accepting. Also, I mean, I've had a good luck, I guess, with the people that I've met in YouTube. The maker community has been really awesome too, though. So I don't know. I guess the types of logos that I've done, everybody is doing fun things too, and that's kind of where I'll continue to go with, because the logos that I look at that I want to do are always on the fun channels. I'm not looking to do like the people that have a lot of drama in the first place, that are talking about drama.
Yeah.
And stuff, so
I would kind of stay more so away from that than anything. I mean, obviously you take what you can get, but
yeah.
if you know you're walking to a dumpster fire or something.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really looking forward to meeting some of these people at VidCon. So I already have, Reckless Eating has already said they would hang out. Dame has said, he wants to see me. Healthy Junk Food said that they wanted to see. It's like meeting all these people online. It's weird to go meet a bunch of people that you don't really know, but
yeah, the first time I did that was terrifying, but you get used to it too.
Yeah, I'm slightly terrified, but
even if they're already like kind of friends, I mean, you still have that nervousness about finally meeting them.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous about it. But
that's how my Comic-Con trips were.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. The only time I've done it was with James Rolfe, and I don't know how many of you guys have met a really big YouTuber, but they are swarmed. It is insane. Like, meeting James Rolfe, like, there's literally hundreds of people. It's like meeting some, real big celebrity. It's
yeah,
the same thing.
It gets crazy.
It gets insane. I mean, you can barely get near him. Like, I got lucky enough, and I can't believe you missed that, John, when we were at PAX. We got lucky enough to sit during that screening in the row right in front of them, and that's how I gave him that Cinemassacre logo the second time too, when we were watching the movie. It was just like blind luck too, that we sat right in front of their row, and I got to hand it back and like hand it directly to him, and it was just cool.
That's awesome.
So, that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, like meeting somebody like that. And I mean, I guess it's the only one I had. Like I said, I haven't really met anybody else in the community yet, and so if it goes anything like that, that's what I'm hoping for, is just meeting people and having fun, and I don't know.
Yeah, as long as you have good. I've had some bad experience meeting some celebrities or whatever you want to call them. But I mean, I totally understand the whole swarm thing, because like when I met the Totally Rad Show guys the first time, the first year they were doing their Comic-Con panel, like me and my friend Matt ran into him on the show floor and took pictures, talked to him for a little bit, and like we ended up spending time with them in the Hall H line and actually sitting with them throughout the whole day in Hall H. And like, it was cool to have like that more connection with them. But then like when we went to say like the panels, like we didn't really get much time because they got swarmed. But it was also cool having like that shout out, like saying thank you to us for, being like the first ones to come up and talk to them or whatever. Like that made it feel awesome too.
Let me go back and read. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Let's see.
Selfie sticks are awesome, Heather. I'm not going to lie. I was totally against those things at first, but we realized on our honeymoon that like to get those cool shots, like totally worth it. Not going to lie.
Yeah, it's cool. Kevin, you seem like you've had a lot of experience with this, the community in general, and I really am glad that you like my channel and that you come to visit me and talk to me, because you've given me a lot of insight into stuff, and just helping me out with the whole CraveCon thing and everything. It's been really awesome to have you in here.
I know you're not a wrestling fan, but wow, apparently somebody just died. Sometimes Twitter is a scary thing.
Selfie sticks are awesome. Joel is becoming a 3D printing icon. Yes, he is. He's doing really well, and I'm been very lucky and it's been very awesome to be able to talk to him. And it's funny too, because when Joel talks to me, he actually keeps on saying like how amazing I am and stuff, and when I'm coming to him and I'm like, you're so amazing, so it's really a strange dynamic. Like I don't get it. Like when people say I'm amazing, I'm like, oh, I'm just doing this logo for you, it's like I don't have that feeling of like, it just feels weird to me. Like so it's kind of neat to really neat to talk to him. Gen Con, Kevin, come stay with us. Who died in wrestling, John?
Her name was Joni Lawner or whatever. She was China for several years. I mean, she back in the Attitude Era, early '90s or late '90s. She was a huge female wrestler. She actually appeared in Playboy back in the day, and she's gone downhill the last few years with drugs and all this stuff. She actually did porn not too long ago too, and apparently she has died. Her website is reporting at the age of 45.
Is that how she died? Drugs or something? They don't know yet.
I mean, that's just my guess. I know that she's really, I mean, the other day they announced that she was going to be on the TV show Botched because she's had some messed up plastic surgery, and so to hear like that she just passed away too, that's pretty crazy. But it could be fake. I mean, she's somebody that has done like some stupid stuff for publicity, because she's basically blacklisted from the WWE. So I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it's always sad if it is true and she has passed away. I mean, it's definitely sad.
I mean, it's crazy to hear when anybody dies like that. I mean, it seems like a lot of people keep dying at such a young age these days. 45 is like, I'm 30. Wait, how old am I? I'll be 36.
You're 35? Yeah, I was gonna say you're 35, right?
35 now, so it seems like horrible to think about that. I don't know. You guys have so many great cons. Former Supernova. Yeah, it's awesome being able to live in the area, to be able to get to all these conventions and stuff. I mean, where we live, even John, won't say exactly where we live, but we're in California. So I mean, we got LA. We have all the big cons. There's E3 and there's VidCon, and
I was just looking to go to some cons too. Actually, I think I still have them even pulled up on my tabs.
And then even to go to Washington, I mean, to go to like PAX and stuff isn't that far, I don't know how far away Texas is from us. I've never gone to Texas. So
what's in Texas?
CraveCon and GameCon. That's what Kevin's involved in that stuff. I'm hoping.
I was looking at San Francisco Con and Cosmicazi or something like that.
I'm hoping that I might start getting some invites to these things instead of having to pay and all this stuff all the time. But we'll see. Who knows? I might never get anything. But
don't be negative.
Yeah, I'm not negative. Yeah, and we're gonna go to the Maker Faire, which is awesome. Joel said he's gonna be there, so I'll actually get to meet him and give him a real high five if any of you guys are jealous. Yeah, Maker Faire is only a couple hours from us, so it'd be dumb not to go, and being in 3D printing and stuff. I think I went to the very first Maker Faire that was in. Heather, how long ago did we go to that Maker Faire? It was like, it's been years. I don't remember if it was the first one or the second one. There was like nobody there. I know it's like gotten a lot crazier now. All these freaking conventions have gotten so much more insane. Like even PAX, you can't even like barely get into anymore. Comic-Con's a joke to try to get into.
Oh yeah, trust me on that one. I mean, I've been trying. I mean, I went 4 or 5 years or something like that in a row, and then it skyrocketed to impossible situations.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's like,
Uh-oh, my Firefox is freezing up apparently.
oh, that's not good. Yeah, I remember they had the prototype smart car there. Yeah, how many of those are all over the place? That's when we went to the first Maker Faire. There's all these conventions and they're so awesome that so many people want to go that it's, you know, they can only hold so many people. So that's why they keep making new ones.
Yeah, I mean, and they're trying to spread them out so they're all over, not just California or New York or whatever.
Yeah, that would definitely be a dream of mine. Just like travel and go to conventions. This is like so much fun, especially if you like being a YouTuber. If you start to get a following and you get to meet fans and meet new YouTubers and other people, it's just that's like my favorite. I keep going over that. That's my favorite thing about doing this is just meeting new people and talking to them and like meeting other creative people, and I don't know, it's just awesome. And back to the chat. I'm missing the Tyler Mini Maker Faire was the weekend. Are you uber jealous of my high five duplicate? Is that what you're saying? Or is that something else? You didn't know Firefox was still a thing, Jeremy. A lot of people use Firefox.
Yeah, I have Chrome, but I don't use it very often either. And then I won't get into other other browsers that I hate.
Yeah, I use Chrome. I
use both actually because like our Hangouts, like even right now, what we're using is technically Chrome.
Yeah, I haven't used. I don't think I ever used Firefox. I was using Internet Explorer back when people used it, and then I think I went straight to Chrome.
Yeah, I have probably like 30 tabs open on my Firefox, and then I have all my stuff on like schoolwork and stuff pulled up also, and then I basically use Chrome just for like Hangouts for the most part, and
yeah.
I don't know.
And if you go back and listen to that statement I just made, I was using Internet Explorer for way too long.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't tell you the last time I actually used Internet Explorer or Safari.
Well, now it's Edge.
Well, that too.
Microsoft Edge.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Still the big blue E. Oh, man. So we're at 2 hours and 42 minutes. We've done pretty damn good. I'm trying to think if I should get off. I really got to get these.
I was going to say, it is getting close to my bedtime. I got some reading to do still.
I got to get these 3D models up onto Thingiverse so they can be downloaded tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Anybody have anything before we go you guys want to talk about real quick? Wait for the delay.
I don't think I've used Edge at all, actually.
Yeah, I might have opened it at work one time when there wasn't Chrome on the thing. You guys still talking to each other?
Yeah, I agree with Duplicate. I have ad blocker and all my little add-ons, which I'm guessing Chrome has everything, all the extensions too, but it's just hard to switch over when I've been used to it for so many years.
Yeah, for sure. Scooby needs a 3D printer. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's okay, Monk. I'm glad you stopped by. I think we're gonna go ahead and get off. I gotta get the stuff ready for this video tomorrow. Make sure you guys check it out. I'm excited about this one. I think it's gonna be good.
I know it's gonna be good.
You know it's gonna be good. Everybody keeps saying that, and I just can't do that because it's mine, so it's weird to me. All right, guys. I'll wait a couple seconds for you guys to catch up, and then I will say, it's for you guys to say later. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dipcat. Thanks, CJ. Oh, CJ didn't even say anything. Takes about 5 hours, CJ. Thanks. I thought you were saying goodnight. In the slow wait. There we go. Bye.
There you go. All right, guys. Talk to you later. I'm gonna hit
Take it easy, everyone.
Let me find the end button so I can hit it, and then I can still talk to John for a second. And stop streaming.